if I was Floyd and he was me, he would never have to fight again because that exhibition shit. As me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds, and we both gonna get $100+ million for it,
right?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due,
right?
And you ain't never got to box.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
The JBT is doing it again. Another meet and greet, this time in Brooklyn, New York, during the Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach fight week. Friday, February 28th, from 8 p.m. to midnight. If you're planning on being in town for the fight, pull up on us at the meet and greet. Tickets can be purchased via Cash App at $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. $30 covers entry and food. There will also be a cash bar, so make sure you get your tickets early. Only a limited number of tickets will be sold, so make sure you are in that number. Several door prizes will be given away, including a Gervonta Davis signed glove. For more information about the meet and greet, call 410-322-4365. That's 410-322-4365. And have a great JBT day.
What's good? What's good? Shout out to the family. Shout out to the JBT family hosting another meet and greet for those that's going to be in attendance in Brooklyn for the Tank fight. I think y'all should look into that, man. Look into that. Come have fun with the family. Meet some good people. Have some drinks, some good food, and enjoy a good fight. Most importantly, man, shout out to everybody that's rocking with us, that's supporting. And we going to keep building, man. How y'all feeling? We back on this Good Friday to build on this boxing for a little bit. You know, y'all catch this on the playback. Make sure you smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn the notifications on, all that good stuff. Come rock out. Mark West, my guy, was good with it. Appreciate my bro in the Cash App early getting it started. Appreciate that support, fam. Let me get shout out to my guy Mark West, man. Appreciate you, bro. Ace, what's good, family? All love, always, man. Crush the legend, my guy. What's good with it, Crush? How you feeling, man? Salute to the fam. How y'all feeling today? Hope everybody all right. Hope y'all had a good start to y'all Friday. Ace, my guy, Crush, Mike Mazak, what's good, bro? How you feeling? We're gonna build on this boxing a little bit. We was talking about these matchups coming up in May, and I stand corrected, y'all. You know I'm the first. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna tell you I'm wrong. I definitely didn't think Pitbull Cruz was in the mix, but I'm hearing that he is. I'm hearing that that's going to be the double header. That's going to essentially set up what it be looked at as the rematch between Ryan and Devin at 147 pounds. Now, of course, they both got to win their respective bouts to get to that point, but I think they both being put in there with guys that they should be able to beat. But my reasoning for thinking that it wouldn't be Pitbull because it just didn't seem like it made no damn sense. Right? Like, just follow me. Y'all know the story. He went up to 140 where he's undersized at. He got outboxed easily, embarrassed, complained about how he lost. He claimed Ryo ran all night, which we all know that wasn't running. That was a boxing lesson. Now he's an undersized little meatball at 140. He get beat up there, go back down, supposed to take a fight at 135 with Angel Ferrero. Scraps that. Now I get it. Money talks, BS walks, and he got a hungry camp from what I hear. Money hungry camp. So I can't knock it. The dude couldn't afford a damn tortilla, right? Once upon a time. So I ain't mad at him going to get the money, but it just don't make no sense. And he must obviously be cashing in or out, however you want to look at it, because you already didn't belong at 140. Now you're about to go up to a catch weight of 44. You're going to fight Ryan, a guy that's punching hard and fast like that. I don't know if he's going to be the first to be able to stop you, but that's a weird fight for a tune-up on the way to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Opulent, what's good, bro? How you feeling? Yeah, bro, it don't make sense. It just don't make a lot of sense. So, I mean, that's boxing for you, man. That's where they at. That's where we at with it, man. That's what they say we getting. That's what's going on. I mean, like I said yesterday, man, as far as Devin Haney's matchup, if you just look at Jose Ramirez, I mean, once upon a time, he was like, dangerous guy. He's one of the guys, man, up and coming at 140. But since Josh Taylor put a halt to all his plans, he ain't been looking the same since then. He been looking somewhat of a shell of himself, for real, for real. He look a little gun shy, hesitant, like to pull the trigger. And once you get to that point in your career, it start to get hard for you to put them wins together, to put rounds together. And that's what point he at. So I think in terms of what Devin Haney doing, he carefully scouted this guy out. I think they carefully scouted him out, rightfully so. I mean, he still possessed a bit of danger, right? He still got some punching power about him, but he just ain't the same guy. And what made him dangerous was the combination of, punches, the pressure. He'd really bring it to you. He had a nice motor on him, but now it seemed like he like a neutered pet, man. He just ain't got the same spark about him. He ain't got the same spunk, man. He like a dog that they done went and got neutered or something, bro. He just ain't the same, bro. He's soft or something. I don't want to call him soft, but he ain't the same guy, bro. Not the same fighter. He don't have the same motor, the engine. Like, the engine ain't running the same with Jose. And he's standing in front of you, and a guy like Haney is going to outbox his ass. I'm telling you. I don't think he ruined after this Ryan fight. I just think he got to get back like any other fighter. You get what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. Gianni, what's good, family? So it's just, that's where Jose Ramirez at, man. He just ain't the same fighter that he once was at all. It's not even close. And let's get to it because, this is furthermore. Ricky, what's good, fam? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Gonna build for a little bit, man. This is Devin Haney right here confirming it, right? He's confirming that this fight is in fact on. You know what I mean? It is Ramirez that he fighting. So it ain't no more speculation. He stamped it right here with this tweet. CJ was good with it, bro. I ain't ducking it. Was good. You already know, man. I got the link in the chat just in case anybody do want to come up and talk about these fights. Feel free, man. You think you need somebody who can put up a little resistance? And that's Ramirez, right? Ramirez definitely gonna be able to put up some resistance, right? He's somewhat sturdy, right? He not a guy that's just, he go out there and get knocked out or nothing, but he just ain't the same fighter that he once was, right? And he like a step or two away from what he once was, in my opinion. But at the same token, still could be dangerous. So it's somebody that you don't necessarily want to overlook. But I think if you just, you go back to that whole notion that styles make fights, and then you see what Ramirez looked like, especially in recent memory, and you just seen him. If y'all caught the fight, Ramirez fought Arnold Barboza, and he got outboxed relatively easy. You get what I'm saying? He got outboxed relatively easy, and he just not the same, right? The punch output drop. He's not as active. The pressure, he don't bring pressure the way he used to. He's not as relentless, right? And his combination punching ain't the same. He just offensively is not the same fighter, and that's what made him dangerous, right? You know what I mean? As far as on the defensive side, he get hit, he takes shots. So now you talking about a guy that get hit, that's not the same fighter offensively, and he a bit older, and took another L. You're talking about a guy with, not a lot of confidence coming into this fight, probably, man. So, I mean, anything can still happen because, Devin Haney got a lot of questions to answer. But I'm telling you, stylistically, I think this favors Haney. I think he could avoid the big shots because he don't go for it like he once did. He ain't going to be able to apply the same pressure. It's just not going to be the same fight that it would have been some years ago. Technique was good with Devin Haney. It's nothing unless he redeems his loss against Ryan. I mean, look, that's what this is doing, though. Technique. That's what this setting up. Melanin Queen. Peace, Queen. How you feeling today? Shout out to you. Appreciate you always being in the build. But yeah, that's what this does. Technique. This fight, these fights for both of these guys essentially set up their rematch for 147 pounds. And, that's a welterweight. So, and you already seen Devin Haney mention on Twitter. He said buy 140. Said buy to 140, and then he also stated that if he ever go up, he ain't coming back down. So it's over for 140. I think the Ryan Garcia fight was the last time you was gonna see him there. But good thing for him that it won't be the last time he see Ryan Garcia if he could take care of business in May against Jose Ramirez. AJ, what's good, fam? How you feeling? So it's all up to them. Like the ball is in both of their courts respectfully because they got fights that they gotta be in. Ryan on the other hand, he gotta wait. Let's see what does. Man, yeah, May. So you figure in May, Ryan's suspension should be up in April. So I'm figuring that's why they aiming for a May card. So he gonna have to be in camp and be ready to make this fight, yeah. So I mean, that's what it is, little double header. The only little monkey wrench is Pitbull Cruz. I just didn't see how the hell he fit into this equation at all. The Butcher was good with it, fam. How you feeling? Devin ain't a big man at 47, so the scales will have to keep him out of danger. And man, that's an absolute fact. Because guys he not gonna have that same size advantage, right? He got the frame and everything for 47 out, but not gonna have that same, I don't think, size advantage that he once enjoyed at 140 pounds. I just think it's gonna be a little bit different up there. You know what I'm saying? CJ was good with it.
What up, Just Do? What up to the chat, the mods? Shit, happy Friday to my boxing fam.
Man, for
Good
sure.
to be in the building.
For sure.
Now, you was starting to touch on it. Main thing I wanted to get to is now I could definitely see the with Ramirez matchup for Ryan. Maybe not the most exciting anymore, like he was mentioning. He kind of changed his style since he got humbled that time. But
right.
Yeah, Devin should be a good confidence builder for him. He can go back to his normal style, stick to the game plan, and focus on things like that. Now, as far as Pitbull, I would still favor Ryan, maybe slightly, maybe like a 55-45, but you can't sleep on him. He's going to bring that Mexican pressure style, so it's a dangerous fight for Ryan. So it kind of reminds me of how, they had Wilder and Joshua on that same card, that first one he did. And and he just picked too difficult of an opponent in Parker for Wilder to get by. So it could be the same thing. Don't count your chickens, your eggs before they hatch, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
yeah, man, it's a dangerous matchup. I'm glad he trying to challenge people, put on the best fights. But in my opinion, either go with two, stay busy fights, or just put them in the ring right away. Don't match up one with a dangerous fighter, and then we never get to see it because of that. So a monkey wrench in it. Let me ask you this before I pass the mic back. So this is all apparently they talking openly about it like it's all official tissue. I even heard Turkey say, yeah, Devin and Ryan is locked in for October. Assuming they can get by. But let me ask you, since if it's official, does that mean Ryan is already signed up for the 365 testing? That's what I want to know.
From what it sounds like, no, because I had a clip that I was playing the other day. Busy, shout out to Mike Rhyme, Busy, Cornelius, Witty, Teeny, was good, family. How y'all feeling? So it sounded like he was like, "Oh, I ain't using Vada. I use USADA or something because build this and build that," and it sounds fishy. So he had that whole thing. So it don't sound like he enrolled just yet. But the positive is he did, acknowledge that he definitely, go enroll in some type of testing. And the question, I guess, is it a matter of when, right? So, they target date for the fight. And they saying his fight is with Pitbull, which surprised me. I thought yesterday it was definitely not that, but it is. They saying Pitbull, Cruz, and Ryan Garcia in May, and then Devin Haney with Ramirez on the same card. And as long as they get past that fight, their fights, that promotes the rematch at 47 for them too. So that's interesting, man. Pitbull is a trick bag, right? It's like you expect Ryan to beat him for sure or something, but. Yeah, man. What if he just land one of them weird ass hooks or something that he be throwing?
We've seen much crazier things in boxing, and I know Pitbull is no Tank, but he did take Tank, the 12-round decision, hand injury aside. But I say that to say that maybe Ryan has trouble with shorter fighters because you got to hunch over, you got to lean down, you got to kind of try to get at him, or he's coming at you with all his leverage. Tyson used to make a killing off of that. These 6'5" dudes here and they're chopping up the ribs, and then they lower that head and it's over. But shit. Okay. Well, on the positive end, while you was talking, you did make me think that at least he may not be enrolled today, but it should be two clean training camps. With the 365 testing, whoever they end up using. But that's 2 training camps, so that should make sure there's no cycling on and off. So. I am happy about that. Yeah, right. Yeah, they keep that shit on an even playing field. Ryan, you should want this testing. You should want this opportunity and use it, as an example that you are clean, right? And go through with it, get thoroughly tested, and be on the up and up. And most importantly, go out there and prove that you can beat them without nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. Said none of all Haney opponents after enrolling 365 testing. I don't think that would be the case, right? I think as it pertains to Ryan, it's the reason why he treating him like that, obviously, right? He just don't trust him at all. But I think as far as other opponents, I think he'll want testing from here on out. And I don't think nothing to be wrong with that. But I don't see him having, trying to put that stipulation on everybody. Like, you got to enroll in 365 testing. But Ryan, I get it. I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. Blue Hustle, man. What up, man? Yeah, what up, Blue? That's cool. Keep it on an even playing field. But the little surprise to me, like I said, is Pitbull and Ryan. They trying to I mean, honestly, you got Pitbull way out of his comfort zone because he just got beat up at 140. Now you fight at a catchweight at 44. That's pretty much welterweight. Think about how big Ryan gonna be on fight night. That shit's crazy, man. I'm like, yo, what made y'all decide to do that? But I really Pitbull and them want that bag, so. Yeah, I didn't really think about that catchweight, or I hadn't crossed my timeline. I heard about that. Okay, that's all the way back up, bro. Like at 5'3", 5'4", that's like gotta be walk around. That's gotta be walk around weight for Pitbull for real. And then Ryan going. I don't know if they got a rehydration clause or what. I got to look into that, but at least 160, at least. Right. On the low end. Remember how he looked when he fought Rayo at 40.
So now you about to add some more pounds on it, and you got a Ryan Garcia that about to blow up. He came in at 143 with Dev, right? 143 and a half, whatever it was. And now you get 144, and just to get the rehydrate, he gonna be solid. They got Pitbull fighting a giant. That shit gonna look crazy.
Yeah.
What if he catch Ryan on the chin, yo? Because he still make that mistake a little bit, man. He had that chin served up, man.
Man, when he coming in with them hooks, his chin is in the air. So
I'm telling you,
that's how we got caught. Yeah, man.
Pitbull, balls to the wall. It's like here, human crash out. That's what I call him. Like, why would you give that man an opportunity to crash out on you if you ain't got to? Because he don't care. He don't got nothing to lose. And like I keep bringing up that story, man, that man fight like he ain't got nothing to go back to. He fight like he still can't afford a damn tortilla. He gonna be in there trying to knock Ryan damn head off.
But
that'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely. As you're going through it, I'm starting to get more and more intrigued by the matchup.
Because Ryan make mistakes, right? He ain't the most error-free guy, and Pitbull might land one of them. Just make it interesting. Not even that you got to knock him out, but it could end up being that kind of fight. So I was like off it the other day, but now the more I'm talking about it with you, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? It's all good. Punch on each other then.
I used to bet a lot of
and pride with it too.
Football and basketball. I never really, since I've been watching boxing again, I ain't really been on the betting side. I don't know how many props, like fight props they got, but I would put a small play on on dude dropping Ryan.
Right.
On Cruz, on Pitbull dropping Ryan. Just one time.
Little prop bet on the knockdown. Right. I'm telling you, it's one of them fights. And man, y'all smash that like button for you, bro, man. Butcher, man. He said, y'all better ask Rose. Somebody asked Ricky said you heard that it was confirmed that his supplements was contaminated. I'll say this, boxing with 2-4, like when it was all said and done, that's why he didn't get this steep ass penalty. They was never able to prove that, he intentionally did anything. And then the trace amounts that they said that was found was consistent with contamination. So it's a whole, bunch of information out there on how that actually happens. The only issue with Ryan is he could have potentially avoided that by going through the necessary steps to get those supplements tested before ingesting them. And he didn't do that. That's where the mistake and the responsibility fall on him. But it's as it may, it's still, with those trace amounts, very consistent with contamination, like I said. And it's a whole story of how that shit happens. And man, it's crazy. It's real underhanded and it's wild. But at the same time, you as a fighter, you have to know that. You got to know. You have to know. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what to go through the proper protocol. So you wasn't think it was on some kind of rush. You was pressed for time and, trying to get them last couple pounds off. You probably went and took something, trusted somebody, swallowed some stuff, and there you go. But, that's what it pretty much was. So I don't know, but I know it's suspension to be up in April. Lisa, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? So he get to resume his career and prove it. And that's what's really intriguing about the matchup too, because now all eyes are on you and people going to look to see if you could duplicate that performance at all. And you best believe, I don't care how it play out, if you don't win, they're going to be all over you. I'm telling you, it don't matter what happens. You'll win, they're going to be like, see, told you. Average something was good with it, fam. That's what we in here talking about. We going to keep building on it. A1 Who's On was good with it, bro. Tune up or actual risk. I call that one a calculated risk, bro. And respectfully so. The right kind of calculated risk where you kind of could carefully scout a guy out and still got a respectable name. He's not a trash fighter by any stretch, right? But he just ain't that same guy. And at the same token, Devin Haney, you got questions to answer if you still the same guy, right? So why not, who better to prove it against than somebody that still got something left in the tank too? Like, sometimes guys got to have better performances the next time out. Does Jose Ramirez kind of capture, a vintage performance? You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't hold my breath. I think Devin Haney gonna outbox him. I think stylistically, that's where where the favor Haney. You know what I mean? Style wise, Jose, he can move in there, but I think somebody with better feet, long arms, consistent boxing, jabbing, moving. You know what I mean? Staying sharp. Devin could do that as long as he's still him, and it'd be like I said, calculator is Jose still could punch a bit, right? Last thing to go is that power. But again, what made him dangerous, he had a combination of things. He had an actual motor. He don't really have that no more. Like he missing a tick or two, possibly. Step and a half. Like is that real? I was watching him and it's so hard. I'm like, this is so much not the same dude that he was. All right. This is not him. Like you used to really go in there, let them hands fly, apply pressure. You would take shots, but you would give them even better. So I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing like a real tick down in the offense, the pressure. Seemed like he'd be overthinking in there. Then he let his hands go in these little spurts, and it's like he be in his head. Once you get there, it get really hard to win fights. And I think it's a good opponent for Haney to come back against. King Caracho was good, fam. Tunnel Vision was good, my guy.
Just that Haney Ramirez supposed to be at a catchweight too. What, 143?
I think he said 44 too. I think both of them around 43, 44. Both of those fights, they both had catchweights. That's why I said the battle of the catchweights. Because they both fighting that catchweights coming back. Both of them. And Haney was saying either 43 or 44. Most likely 44. I think he leaned on 44 to last, but one of them between the two. I think the same goes for Ryan because you already know he ain't fighting at 140. Uncle Rick was good with it. How you feeling? I bet you Devin kicking himself, not taking that Sandor Martin fight. Probably. He might have made peace with him, though. You know what I'm saying? Boxing Hacker, what it do, my guy? He might have made shout out to Boxing Hacker. Yeah, he might have Ryan cheated. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what this second fight is about. Like we all know the story and with that, but you know how people treated it, right? Like people acknowledge it, but it's still like when you have 12 completed rounds, that's going to be very hard to get that out of the minds of the people, no matter what, right? Like it's still there. So trust me, I'm rooting for your guy, bro. I'm one of the guys that's definitely rooting for him. Get your ass in there, beat up Jose Ramirez, jab him up, show everybody that you still him. And then you go revisit the scene of the crime at 47, a weight class up. That's going to be a dangerous fight. Ryan is going to be fully hydrated. Both guys should be, right? Devin might be a little healthier too, because I would hope for his sake that, making a 47 weight class wouldn't drain him and nothing like that. And that's what I'm interested to see. If he's a healthier version of himself at welterweight, which would lead to a sharper performance, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he's going to be totally reinvented, but he might, that little bit of breathing room might feel a little better in there. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? As long as he's still the same guy. And, I'm optimistic anyway, so I don't think he finished. So let's see. I think it's a good fight for him. Calculated risk, a smart one. Look at a guy that, still got something to prove, got a good name, experience, a former champion. That's not bad. That's not bad after getting chipped up. You know what I'm saying? Shake the rust off and get back, get them rounds in. You know what I'm saying? And there you go. Get you a paycheck in there. You know what I'm saying? Get you paid, get back to doing what Dev do. I mean, go flex on them real quick on Instagram. After the win, you know how you play with them. You know what I'm saying? Go have fun. I know how you do. I've been watching it for years. I know. I want to see you do that. That shit is good for boxing. The hell with all this sidebar shit. And the one-upping each other, just have fun with this shit. Make the fights, talk your shit, and beat some ass, man. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah, it's frustrating to hear. Frustrating to hear people already trying to write Dev off. Oh, Ron ended his career. One loss after being undisputed. One loss under controversial, circumstances. That means your career is over. It's just, man, the boxing fan today is just disappointing me, man. But I'm gonna say this: it's kind of tragic. It is. You touched on that. It's kind of redemption for them both. Right. The narrative for Haney, proved that with all the 365, that the only reason he was able to get the best of you that night was because of PEDs. For Ryan, prove that you can be clean and still go out there and deliver the same kind of performance. So they both got that motivation going in. But the sad thing is, I think that the loser is going to be shit on more than the victor is celebrated just because of the boxing climate. Either way, Devin, oh yeah, you couldn't beat him when he was clean. Now what? That was all bullshit. In the lawsuit, it's gonna look real bad. Or Ryan, oh now we see that the only reason you beat him is because you was cheating the first time.
Right.
It's gonna go negative either way. But
right.
I'm still trying to see it. I do wish that he could have found. I don't know if that's what Bill meant by the winner take all. That 100% of the purse would go to the winner because of the controversy. But I don't want to see Devin. I don't want to see Devin offer Ryan another payday. I do want to see him get his redemption, and I guess in boxing that's the best way to do it. But I would rather not see Ryan get another big payday off of some bullshit. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But it's interesting. A lot of storylines leading in, man. It's like some WWE shit. So
good with
I'm fucking with it.
Right. Yeah. And I'm with you. I get that. And I'm totally with that. I know a few people had the same sentiment as far as seeing him get paid, but I'm like, he ain't going nowhere. That's the crazy part. This boxing, y'all. If it was any other sport, it'd be different for him, right? But it's boxing. So unfortunately, his ass get to stick around. Serve a little suspension, a little year out the ring, trolling the whole time, having fun. Then you right back in it. But good, at least it's somebody that I think really could potentially beat him with making some key adjustments in the fights. As long as your confidence and everything is where it need to be, I think so, man. Show why you should have beat him the first time. You know what I mean? Fighting your fight, go kick his ass real quick. And this is the twist, though, y'all. This is one of many things. There's a lot going on with this situation because that's why I got this tweet up here. He talking to Teofimo. So it's a lot going on. Like he got the Ramirez joint. He got a lot lined up. It looked like, look, he talking about you'll get it once I beat Ramirez and Ryan. You'll be next. But you knew that already. You just clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? And Haney was asking him why did he turn down the Matias fight. And that was Tio's response. Because Top Rank wanted to host it on the West Coast when it should be in NYC, forced it to be on pay-per-view, and lastly offered 2.8 M's when I am the last star power they have left. Oh, Roselle, he got such a unrealistic viewpoint of where he stands in boxing.
Yeah.
He couldn't be more wrong. Tio is amazing. Like he's amazingly silly. Even when he talked, like Dankfather was good with it, fam. He had a little tweet talking about now that I want to play business. I'm a duck because of such and such and such and such. I'm like, listen to what you're saying. You don't play business, bro. I started to say that to him, but I don't want to be one of them people sound like I'm trolling and coming at you. So I did say, so who do you want to fight? I don't think that's nothing crazy. Like, who do you want to fight though? You know what I'm saying? Because I hear you saying this and saying that, but you kind of out of the picture while they handling business, right? They both got warm-ups, tune-ups that's going to lead to each other. What are you doing in the meantime? Are you going to just wait for all that to take place and then try to fight one of the two? It's a lot going on. That's why I said this is a loaded ass situation. 2 cents was going on, fam. And I listen, I respect Turkey for going about it. Look, man, if that's what's going on, make these fights. It's a lot that can happen out of here. I ain't mad at these matchups. I ain't mad at them.
No, not at all. But no, you make a great point. Tio, the odd man out right now. But just because you're going through a tantrum because you think you should be getting more in the meantime, no, go in there, whoop on Matias, show you still that championship caliber after some subpar performances, and you position yourself right there for maybe the winner of Ryan Haney or any other big fight that's coming up, man. It's a lot of action down there at 140. So yeah, he losing out by overestimating himself.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, damn, Tio, I wish somebody talked to you. Like, I don't mind you trying to do the business side, but don't be shooting yourself in the foot. That it's a such thing as business. I get it, but it's good business and bad business too, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's productive and counterproductive. Like, you got to ask yourself, is the business that you, as you put it, is the planned business that you're doing, is that beneficial to your career right now? Because look what's going on, and I'm not exaggerating. After Claggett, he was supposed to have a fight towards the end of the year of last year. He got his own way. Didn't pick a fight that Bob had on the table for him. Remember, had the litigation stuff going on with the contract, yelling about the contract. And you fast forward to turning into this year. He gets offered Subriel Matias. You see it up here. This explanation is why he's saying he turned it down, saying the money wasn't good enough. They forced it to be on pay-per-view. Do you know why that's so frustrating, bro? What do you mean they forcing it to be on pay-per-view? Ain't you the guy that's saying you're trying to be the takeover and start like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? This is an alley-oop, slam dunk it. You said Matias is soft. So I beat up Puerto Ricans all the time. I don't care if they take it because they feel some type of way. You was talking crazy. I'm like, yo, what? Then I never got more than $1 million. Bob said, okay, cool. Boom. 2.8 with the pay-per-view money on the back, right? You get some of that too. What are you talking about, dude?
Sound good to me.
The opportunity, the opponent. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm so confused with him, yo. Like, all right, if you can beat a guy like this, which stylistically, these are the kind of guys, the ones that come forward are the ones you do the best against.
Yeah,
what are you
counterpuncher,
alley-oop, bro? It's an alley. I'm like, what is he doing? That's why I'm confused, because you say this like you're so prideful that you turn down a fight. And I'm saying all of this without dissing him, y'all. It was somebody else that be killing him. I'm just like, what are you're not moving ahead right now. Now you got yourself, like, you timing yourself out. It's wild. I never seen nothing like this. Never seen nothing like it. You getting the money in this situation. You say you didn't get more than $1 million. It's 2.8 now. You complained about where you've been fighting at, or the platform, or the lack of the opportunity, or the stage, and then they put it on pay-per-view. You saying they're forcing it. Like, how are you going to be the guy that you expect to be if you won't take none of the fights that's on the table for you? If you overplaying your hand to an extent. I can't say what you are worth, but we know how that go. You worth what you negotiate. Everybody say that. My Barber D, how you feeling this good afternoon? Good to see you as always, man. But I'm just like, man, Andrew was good, bro. He just blowing it right now. And I'm like, damn, that talent going to waste. You 26 years old? And I like the dude can fight. You get what I'm saying? Surprisingly, when it's a challenge, like he show up, I think Matias would have been dangerous enough for him to have to work. And he would have had to make something shake. And I'm like, dude, you get paid, you get the platform, the opportunity, the title defense, like, you stay active. There's so many pluses here. I don't see the negatives. Like, try to weigh the pros and cons. If I see it from his end, you're all right, you complaining about it being on pay-per-view. That's confusing. All right, the money is not good enough because you, in your mind, you feel like you're their last star. But then look what you're saying. All roads are leaning toward Keyshawn as their next pupil. So what are you talking? You not their last star then, buddy. Like, what leading to him? Like, he's so confusing. Like, he blows my mind that he could be this, like, out of touch with reality. Forever G's, what's good with it, fam? I just don't get him. All that talent, T.O., and I'm gonna always say that because I don't got no hate for him, but I'm just confused at how he moved. You don't gotta do this, dude. You really can be active. And this, like I said, this would be the second fight you got in your own way. The end of last year, like, you could have finished the year off strong with a win. You could have started this year off with another. Like, you get what I'm saying? Now it's starting to mount up, and you sitting on the sideline complaining about contracts and stuff. But maybe now this gives him some type of life. But what order is any of this stuff going to take place when it pertains to him? Where do he fit in at? You know what I'm saying? So that I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Hey, peep game. Couple points I want to make. So let's break. No, it's a lot to take in because you was making some great points. But I want to dig just a little bit deeper. We got to break this shit down. Break the shit down to the very last compound. So when he say they force it to be on pay-per-view, either he don't think he gonna cover, like, not cover, but I don't know what the proper term is, but you know what I'm saying. Not gonna do the back end numbers, not gonna do the sales that they gonna put the pressure on him to do. So, like, oh, they forcing me to be on pay-per-view instead of just putting it on.
It's like, how are they forcing a star? You get me?
Right. Talking out both sides of his mouth. Exactly. So, goddamn, T.O. Yeah, what pissing away his potential. He almost tripled what he said he didn't get. So, okay, let's say it was 0.9. If he never got a mil, let's do it high end. It was 0.9. Now you're getting offered 2.8, more than 3 times. I know we're not pro boxers, but anyone can understand a 300% increase in your salary, and you're probably gonna take that. So it don't make sense all around, man. You're getting paid way more than you would have, than you was getting. Man, I don't know. He's just trying to kick up dust till there's none left, man. Right until the wheels fall off, and he gonna go too far, man. He gonna get dropped. If that's what he's trying to do, he gonna get dropped. He gonna be homeless out here. And I don't see him and Senior pulling off what Bill and Devin did in terms of the independent promotion. So I don't know what his future is gonna be like. But
I was talking about that with Dub, and he was discussing how, like, if you just look at the steps that eventually lead to you getting cut and dropped, like he kind of checking boxes in the wrong kind of boxes. You get me? Like being difficult to deal with. All right, he's providing you with several opportunities. You not taking none of them. You get what I'm saying? You complaining about the contract openly. You keep talking about how it ain't valid, but at the same time, he talk out of both sides of his mouth more than any boxer I know. Because then he'll say after he win, every time he win, his contract extend X amount of fights, something like that. He said, I'm like, yo, is he serious? Like, dude, why did you resign in the first place? Like, I'm so confused as to what are you doing? Are you trying to jam your own career up? Like, you stop, you're gonna overplay your hand. You're not bigger than boxing. You're not bigger than the sport. It'll go without you. I'm telling you. While you sit on the sideline, you're gonna get rusty, bro. And somebody gonna creep up. You're gonna have another Cambosis moment. You can't afford that. I'm telling you. That takeover shit can go by the wayside. You know how boxing is. Go ahead and let somebody creep up and beat you again because you overplaying your hand and losing sight of what's really in front of you. You got opportunity to really do damage, man. He'd be pissing me off. If that was my son, we'd have took that Matias fight. I don't know what he talking about. We'd have took that smoke. We'd have beat him up. We would have got that fight in before the end of the year. What are you talking about? No, let's not say you're not sticking it to the promoter by saying no to everything he got for you. That's not that. What do you think that's hurting him? You really think you're generating that much money when you don't fight it? It affects them and they going like budge and bend. That's not going to go well for you. You dealing with Bob Arum, bro. He let you try to play with him with Triller and just like kind of nixed it off like ignorant kids. Like, you get me? In the long run, it's like, bro, you still here. You did all of that to be still here, right? Fighting under me. King was good with it. So I'm like, man, he's confusing me. This dude it's amazing. And furthermore, he was call himself going in at Devin. He saying still now you moving up 47, at least we going after Boots. Who you fighting? Jose Ramirez. So this is also what he's saying. See what I'm saying? Now you going after Boots. So which one is it? Are you fighting Devin Haney or are you fighting Boots? Like, and where did this boot stuff come back in? See, you back tripping again. This is what I'm saying. When you try to one up people, we end up looking stupid, bro. Time, man.
He chasing any name from slightly bigger to way bigger than his. Anywhere from a Boots to a Crawford. Yeah, he just want to keep to Haney.
I'm telling you.
Trying to keep his name out there by any means, but we want to see you fight. I don't give a fuck. I'm over 40 years old. I don't give a fuck about what you're saying on Twitter. I want to see his niggas get in the ring. What's going on?
Right. This man is an idiot, man. Devin Haney fired back and told him Jermaine Ortiz beat you and Steve Ninja had you lumped up. He told him to shut up. And that was Teo. You know, pretty much that's the threat that I was talking about. He said, we are still fighting Ryan. We still fighting after Ryan beats you again. He said, I'll handle him, then I'll finish you off for good. So we got a nice little interesting potential of some round robin smoke if anybody bluffing. You right? Somebody got to rise to the top out of y'all. And that's interesting, man. And I give Ryan, you know, I hate the fact that he didn't go through the proper procedures with them supplements and he shot himself in the foot right there. And you're going to always be accountable, but you got to give him some credit if you end up with all three of them that they was calling the Kings. Like that, I would respect it. You got beat by Tank, the Devin Haney no contest, but you still had 12 rounds there. If you turn around, you rematch him. Say if, in fact, you do beat him and you end up fighting Teofimo, because that's something that I was talking about the other day too, that he said he was fighting Teofimo next. So it's a lot of confusion. Like the way they present what's next, what they say is next, don't be next. You get what I'm saying? So you get me, some of this kind of clears that up. You know, Dev is like, no, Ramirez is next for me, and then Ryan Garcia, then you. Like, you get me? He talking about we gonna fight, and it just get a little murky, like the order of it. Like, y'all ambitious, I like it, but I hope all y'all keep the same energy, and I hope all of y'all fight each other.
No, most definitely. Then it
Yeah,
would actually be some.
entered into the equation. Pugilism was good with it, fam.
It would actually be some Four King shit if they all mix it up, which they started to, but we got a long way to go. But yeah,
Right.
whether these dudes come
Yeah,
out on the
Pitbull
losing end or
slipped
the
in the
winning
back
end.
door, bro. I heard Pitbull slipped in the back door, man. This is what they reporting right now. So, you know, I thought it was Angel Ferrero for Pitbull. I wouldn't be surprised if something else happened with the Ryan fight, because I'm still confused as to they treating Pitbull like a tune-up. Maybe they just banking on the fact that Ryan just gonna be too big for him. But that's interesting. Like I don't think people treat Pitbull like a tune-up just because of, you know, just the wild card. You get me? You don't give, like I said, the human crash out's opportunity to do exactly that. Crash out on you. Like, no, he don't care. He don't got nothing to lose. He go one way, that's forward. He throw wild haymakers and hooks, and he try to get you up out of there. And he don't know nothing else, bro, but the fight. He is not concerned or interested in anybody's boxing match. Pitbull Cruz? Hell no. It's an all fight for him. It's like, I'm telling you, fighting like he ain't got nothing to go back home to. And it's like, do you give that guy a chance before you try to make it back to a fight that could be one of the biggest fights of your career in a rematch? You get what I'm saying? With all that's looming, is that the route to go? That's where I'm hung up at. But we're going to see how it all play out. That's what they reporting. If anything changed, y'all know, because they say everything is subject to change, y'all. So if I hear anything different, I'll let y'all know. Beth was good with it. Why specifically Ramirez is because of Cinco de Mayo. Now I think it's one of those calculated risk types of situations where, you know, you pick a guy, former champion, right? Yeah, some respect, still got something left in the tank. He got to prove if he still can compete with the top level guys. Devin, Haney got some of the same. They got some of the same questions to answer, right? It's not the most dangerous guy because he obviously took a L, couple of them. You know what I mean? It ain't looked like himself in some time. So I could see it being a reason why they picked him. You know what I'm saying? KJ was good with it. At least it said Pitbull coming for you. We was up there saying, I was saying to CJ, what if he catch him with one of the wild ones? That should be crazy, man. No, Ryan like to serve that chin up for people. Pitbull he gonna eat. You gonna serve, he gonna eat. You know he like to eat, little stocky little gremlin. He gonna be out of his body at welterweight, because that's what that is. I don't care what nobody 44 round up. You go think about what you gonna be. I wonder what he gonna weigh on the scale, because he is small. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, he just don't care. Human crash out. That's what he is. If he is in fact Ryan's tune up, like they saying, okay. And that's the thing. I'm not hearing. I didn't see nothing from Ryan. Let me go check too. Let me see if I missed anything. Let me see if he mentioned anything, because he focusing on the names. That's what I was saying with Ryan. He was talking like Devin and T.O. He talking like that.
Yeah, I don't think he said specifically. He said it just, implied, to sum it up, that the public gonna be impressed with his next opponent. That he only take big fights.
Oh yeah,
I forget about
it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think we on point. I think we got it. Yeah, he's saying, look, I'm glad. An hour ago, he said, I'm bringing an explosive fight in my fight comeback. He said Pitbull has always been considered a tough opponent, tougher matchup than Haney, to be honest. So that gotta be confirmation that it is Pitbull. Or I don't know, like that.
Yeah, man.
That's what it is. Okay. I don't see why else he would mention Pitbull right there as a tougher opponent. So all right.
We're getting it from all sides. We're getting Devin confirming his opponent, Ron confirming his, and Turkey confirming that the rematch is after that. So, God willing, they push through and we get to see it.
Right. Pitbull's very easy to game plan for. No jabs, all uppercuts and hooks. Captain Hook, little miniature Captain Hook. I'm telling you, crash out. That's the thing. That's the danger about him, though. He just know one way, and he try to be in your chest. And he raised a good question. Will Ryan have any difficulty dealing with the shorter man? Because even with Tank, it was different for him, right? End up hitting the top of that dude's head, hurting his hand, and different things like that. And Ryan do run the same risk. He is tall. You know what I mean? Tall as hell. I just didn't see how that fight made any type of sense realistically. Like that dude gonna look like a little meatball or something, yo. If that's in fact what they're doing. LWBoxing, what's good with the fax machine, man? Man, yeah, that's just human crash test, man. I'm telling you. Telling you. Yeah, Ryan. That's the thing. That's why I say, man, I really be rooting for boxing in a good way. Like I hate when these dudes mess up their careers or like make these stupid moves. Like, man, think about what that win would have been for you without the Osterring. Dude, think about it. Like supplements for what? You still miss weight. So you get what I'm saying? When I start to think about it deeper, like, bro, you shot yourself in the foot. And beats Pitbull on 2-1. Will he get the Ryan fight in May? Oh, so he still do got that fight. So we ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. See, that's why I call my guy the fax machine. I ain't tripping. So he still is fighting this guy. Now, and that's a good question. That's a good question. I probably not. Man, I ain't guaranteeing no wins for that dude. Cut creator, what it do, my guy? Pitbull, armadillo style. Right. Ryan Garcia stop Pitbull. You think so? Think he'd be the first one to stop him? I mean, it ain't impossible, but Pitbull ain't easy to stop. He don't got no neck. All head, bro. Head and shoulders, bro. I'm telling you.
That's why he got the nickname, little short, ferocious motherfucker. But correct me if I'm wrong. Only fight he lost was that title fight, right?
Nah, he got a. I think Pitbull might got like 3.
Oh, I mean, and Tank obviously, but yeah, Tank in the title fight. Oh, you say 3? Okay, I look at his box.
I think he got 3. I might be wrong. Let me see. We could pull it up though. I don't even gotta guess. Let me see. Y'all smash the like button for me, man. Yeah, Ryo outboxed him clean too.
Oh yeah.
He claimed Ryo was running from him. Like, no, he wasn't, bro. That was a boxing lesson. I don't know why you think everybody getting in there to allow you to crash out on them is crazy. Because everybody ain't going for that. Yeah, I wasn't tripping. He got 3 and a draw. 26, 3, 1. Ain't never been stopped. He got 18 KOs of his own. And he fighting Angel Ferrero February 1st. February 1st. Yep. So yeah, and this dude is 23, 2-2. So Ferrero that he's fighting.
Be a good little scrap. Yeah, people overlooking that the card is so deep.
And this dude also has 18 knockouts of his own.
Okay.
So he got a couple less fights, I believe. 1 less win, an extra draw. Only got 23 wins. Pitbull got what, 26, I believe, and three losses in the draw. This dude got 2 losses, 2 draws, 23 wins, 18 KOs. So yeah, and that's why Dub said that, because if he loses, he gonna get a Ryan fight then. And that's why I say some of this stuff just seems premature. Lewis, what's good, bro? How you feeling?
They're putting too many. I wasn't even, that Pitbull fight skipped my mind, so I forgot that he had a fight lined up already. So yeah, it's too many potential stumbling blocks in the way. But that Pitbull,
everybody's very optimistic that they about to go out here and get wins. somebody getting upset. I'm about to call it. Ain't no way everybody about to just pre-plan all these fights. Somebody getting upset. I don't know who it is. Somebody ain't going home with the dub, man. I don't know. I'm about to stare the pot. Somebody ain't going home with the dub, man. Put Blair to Flair versus Cabrera on that main card. Brian is doing that try shoulder roll and turn his back. Pitbull would capitalize on it. Hey, Dub, I've been saying it, bro. If he land one of them wild hooks, I'm telling you, he don't got no problems with going for it in there. He don't care what kind of power you got. He gonna try. That's apparent. Like, that's why I say not too many people got that type of mentality where no matter who they fighting, it's going to be the same intent. Like, they going to go about it the same way. And that's the same thing that make them vulnerable, make them dangerous at the same time. So it's like whichever happened first. Are you going to be able to neutralize them and it's, throughout a fight and possibly be the one to stop him, or is he going to get home with one of them wild shots? I'm telling you, because there's going to be plenty of them to try to block. Ryo had it down pat. He was smooth in there. He made that shit look kind of, he didn't make it look too difficult in there. But Ryan ain't smooth like that on defense. Feet, he don't move that way in the ring. So I see it being a different kind of challenge for him. He ain't been fighting too many little short guys. So I can see that being a challenge too.
Hey, what you saying about Pitbull though? That's like some sports philosophy ish.
Right.
Like I'm not. You hear this sometimes in football, but not too often. I'm not worried about what they do well. I'm worried about what we do well. So going out there with that attitude, like I'm gonna do what I do regardless of the opponent. Yeah, again, it can leave you vulnerable because you're not. It's not that much of a chess move, but it can be strong for your mentality, right? To keep you focused. Like I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this no matter what. And at some point, I'm gonna break through. As opposed to saying, "Oh, what are his strengths? How do I counter that?" So it's just a different mindset. But yeah, sports philosophy.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. Ryan step aside uppercut was beautiful versus Pitbull. It's gonna be interesting to see how he approach it. I ain't hearing nothing different about no training for Ryan, so I would assume that Derrick James been out the cut, right? Mr. Improv, he said, "Thanks, what's good, fam? When will Turkey acknowledge that boxing not a sport with a predictable schedule?" Yeah. I think, and to a degree, that's a good question. That's a good point too, Mr. Improv. I think that's a part of him learning too on the job because he got these high hopes for these fights, but it be these obstacles and hurdles that be in the way. And but you know what? Like, look at his mentality as far as I think Tyson Fury like losing or retiring because he was saying something about AJ and Fury, and then he was like, well, something. As a boxing fan, basically he would want Tyson Fury to still be around because it's still big fights for him, but. Since he's gone, he like, well, how about AJ and Wilder? People always wanted that, right? So, like his mentality, it almost seems as if his next fight forward. So he seems to be a guy that if the plan A ain't there, I know it got to be a plan B somewhere. So that could be a good thing too. But that whole just pre-planning fights is so risky, and it's so rare that everybody just gets what they want. Like you get me, and it be like that. It'd be something weird that happens. Somebody don't win. I'm telling you, a draw, something stupid. I'm telling you, man, a cut, anything. Samuel, what it do, my guy?
Hey, remember it was supposed to be a big fight between Riddick Bowe and Ray Mercer, but the old boy upset Mercer, and that it was a big disappointment. Damn, what was that fighter's name?
Say, well, who?
The fighter that beat Ray Mercer right before, it was like supposed to be a tune-up for Ray Mercer to go in and face Riddick Bowe after he got the title off of Holyfield. I can't remember his name right now, but it's similar situation, just calculating too far ahead.
Right. Yeah, basically. Yeah. You just can't. It's hard to do that. Not in the combat sports. Like, bro, this ain't basketball and football with a schedule laid out and they just go according to plan whether you win or lose. And this shit, the losses matter. You get what I'm saying? Basketball and football, whether you win or lose, you still gonna fight that next team. Or play that next team, should I say, the next week, regardless. Like nothing changes. But boxing, get your ass kicked. Might not be no next fight for a little while. So that's the interesting thing about it. And the difference is we all know the rest of those sports you could play, in boxing you can't. Jesse Ferguson.
There we go. Jesse Boogeyman Ferguson. Thank you, homie. Shout out to the chat.
My God, it's on it. yeah. He keep proving why I call him the fax machine, bro. Not trying to give nobody no nicknames, but that shit fit him, bro. Will be always on point. I'm telling you. Jesse Ferguson beat Mercer. Mercer tried to bribe him. Oh shit, yeah.
No, he got found innocent. They tried him. They tried to prosecute him, but they found him innocent. So I don't believe that.
Right, that's crazy. Shout out to my guy though with them boxing facts, man. But yeah, man. This shit gonna be interesting to see how everything shakes out. Yeah, man. Smash the like button for you, bro. Like I said, we gonna build on this boxing. We gonna have to talk about a little bit about EJ too, man. I got to, but yeah, this is Teo's last response, basically threatening to end Haney. It's gonna be interesting because in that particular fight, if they was to get in there, as long as Haney is Haney, I think he could give Teo headaches. I think it's still like 50-50 fight, but that's one of them winnable ones with Haney because it's a style thing for me. And I know the kind of fighters that Tio don't enjoy being in there with. I don't give a damn what he said. I got enough evidence to show me that you get in there with those boxers that move with chaps, footwork, and can be consistent and disciplined. Yeah, you just don't perform the best. You know what I'm saying? You front foot Tio, you gonna have a tough night. If you back foot athletic Tio, picking and poking and showboating, then you gonna get the hand raised. But Haney ain't no guaranteed win for that dude at all. He got one bit, so I can't wait to see how all this do shape out because I want to see which one rise to the top. You got Ryan already talking like he gonna be the man because he'd be the only one to face all the three and all that. And he's crazy in a strange way. You got to give him some credit. He's like, yo, and this is why I say kill the whole notion. Don't tell me these people, be so scared of each other. And I'm not. Don't try to act like. Now that Ryan is the one getting in there with the guys, that's how people always felt about him. Because I remember once upon a time, they felt like he was a scary dude that just did a bunch of talking, calling people out, and didn't fight nobody. And I always told people, I just don't think it's a matter of being scared. Sometimes people just do a lot of, talking. And that's just when you young. He was just like a blabbermouth. Like he'll say anything. I'll do this. I'll do that. And he's still like that. But the difference is he actually put some action behind the words, so it's hitting just a little different. If he say he'll fight somebody, just a little different. It's like, okay, yeah, I believe you a little bit. Bond D Gaming was good, fam. Tio been ducking Haney since 35 and never fighting him. I don't know. I think things could change, bro. I think things could change with Turkey in the mix, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Or with things being the way they are, because they talking about it. You know what I mean? Like I said, Haney acknowledged that he fighting him. Look, where is it at? I had it up here somewhere. Oh, there you go. He said, you'll get it. He said, once I beat Ramirez and Ryan, you will be next. He said, but you knew that already. You just clout chasing. So he's saying he clout chasing because basically all that acting like it's something that y'all doing now or y'all fighting now and you're not. That's what he's saying. But he sound like his plans. Like, and then you got all these guys is like tagging each other, and you hear the interest flying around. I think what's going on is it's a matter of, it's simple and plain, right? It's a matter of who gonna stand on business when the fights are made and who's gonna take the next fights up. You get what I'm saying? Without being on BS. That's all it is. Because I think the opportunity is clearly there. All these little matchups that we discussing, they all good and competitive, and they can go either way for the most part, right? With the top guys. So I do think they're possible. You know what I'm saying? Tio got to stand on all that BS he been talking about. You said you fighting. You said you were getting there. You said you really want to fight Haney. I want to see it. I want to see it. I think that's a damn good fight. Not the same since leaving 35. Yeah. Ian is explosive, right? He was more explosive to me at 35 with the one-shot power, right? It's really not there at 40. I think the only stoppage he does have up there is Pedro Campa. And that was in the first fight at 40. And after that, it's just been like, decisions. Not saying decisions are bad, but that's what make the fights more competitive and tougher for him if he's at 40. But you know what? Where is he fighting at? That's another thing. If you talking about fighting Haney done at 40, so that's not happening. Or you gonna do a catch weight and you a champion, so he got decisions to make. I'm really interested to see where Tio fit in and all of this. Devin, Haney, and Ryan, it seemed like they got they little 1-2 together. You just got to beat Ramirez. It's clearly you confirmed that you got to beat him, and Ryan got to beat Pitbull. If the Pitbull get past the Angel Ferrero guy that, like I said, got the same amount of knockouts he got. I mean, pretty solid record. That's gonna be a good fight.
Too many dominoes got to drop in the right direction. Too many dominoes, homie.
You know how boxing is. It never do that, right? For the most part. I ain't saying it can't happen, but it still is a good likelihood that something could not fall in line. Alan was good. Something. I know how boxing be. Watch. It's gonna be something. I don't know. I'm calling it now, though. I just don't see everything just 1, 2, 3, 4. Like just in line. Like, nah.
I'm right there with you. You know.
somebody about to not get that dub, man. All of them gotta mash it out. Like during the PBF days of Turkey was around. Fill the void of promoter scares. Betting against Mosley Margarito. Big Turk, man. Big Turk got some plans, man. He got a vision, it sound like, or he got a hell of a imagination when it come to putting together certain fights, because they sound good, the matchups. You know what I'm saying? But people are hung up on if they're gonna be in Saudi. Like, the people just ain't feeling that overall. They don't need every fight to be out there, and I get it, but I respect the fact that he's trying to put some fights on, man. Some some matchups that kind of need to happen, right? Everybody said they wanted to see Devin get it back in blood. This is you seeing an active path being paved out, and I'm not about to overpraise him. I'll just give people credit where it's due. You see the active path that he's laying out for him to do exactly what people said he needed to do, right? What's the issue? You ain't giving him the smoke that he want, right? What's the issue? I can't trip. What is the issue? That they doing exactly. That's the guy that he want to work with. Obviously, he gonna get what he looking for. And look, I'm happy for you, yo. You got your path back to getting it back in blood, like the people asked. So put all that lawsuit business aside. That shit is old. It's played out. We know what it is now. Jose Ramirez, beat his ass, Dad. You know what I'm saying? And then go get Ryan. Just like you said. GM was good, fam. How you feeling? That would be order the winner of Catterall versus Barboza ASAP. That would be Teofimo next fight at 140. Oh, okay. The winner, you think Catterall and Barboza? Okay. It's interesting. I don't know who gonna win that, yeah. Barboza. Maybe Barboza. I don't know. Catterall's 50-50. To me, that's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. Maybe Teo faces Nightmare and Barboza win. He been trying to get away from that dude forever. So I forgot Teo almost died. Excuse when he lost to Cambosis. Yeah. A day each month. Ring Magazine releases their physical paperback magazine. Hey, nope. Probably could search it up though. Or I probably could look it up for you. Which date they dropped the magazine each month. Jack gonna watch. Hey, Arnold. Arnold a solid boxer, right? He don't do stuff that jump off the screen that y'all out, that overly surprise you, but he's just a solid, good boxer. Smart, like he kind of take what you give him. Like, I had to reassess how I break down how I see him as a fighter, and I had to just give him more credit than I was doing. Like, he just one of them guys. He take what he give you, what you give him, and he'll just box you and win the rounds. You get what I'm saying? Take the openings as he see fit. Not going go all out. You know what I mean? But he don't need to stay pretty composed throughout a fight. You know what I'm saying? He's just a solid, good boxer. Good. I don't want to underplay him, but solid. Definitely beatable though, for sure. But I mean, he been putting them wins together. What he got, about 30? You know what I'm saying? Bro been winning. He keep putting them wins together. So I like Barboza. He keep continuing to hang around. He just beat Ramirez. That was a good win on his resume. So shit, if Ramirez is good for Barboza, he's definitely good for Haney.
There you go.
I would say Arnold has a good jab. Yeah, he's solid boxer, yo. Just looking at him and how he handle business, he, like I say, he just don't do nothing too crazy, but he really one of them guys where he take what you give him. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't a guy that's don't let the hands go. You don't gotta worry about that. He gonna box. That's just a good boxer to me. And he's just one of those guys that just ain't a title shot has kind of eluded him, right? That's the only thing with him. So if he beat Catterall, there you go. You got your shot at Teo. So see, there go Teo. That's why, again, I call bro the fax machine, because he always filling in them little holes and blanks. Now, see how I was just up here asking about, where do he exactly fit in all of this? And then he come in here with a solid answer. You get what I'm saying? His next fight to end up being the winner, Catterall and Barboza. See what I'm saying? So that quick. Now Teo, now we ain't got to worry about it or question as much. That's what's going on with him. So, and that's what I felt like. He wasn't going to be in the mix and none of this going on right now, because it seemed like they got back-to-back fights lined up. Shout out to Kevin. Was good, fam. So we'll see. Let's see. We'll see, man. I ain't mad at these matchups, bro. I ain't mad at them. Let's see them all. Let's see him. Even Richardson Hitchens got in the mix a little bit. Him and Devin going back and forth. I still think this is a good fight.
God damn.
I really think this is a good fight. They going back and forth. You said, by the way, Richardson looks bad. He don't look like a champ. He look like a dusty prospect. It's petty, bro. Damn, it's petty. They stupid, yo. Hitchens know that shit funny, man. There'd be a good technical chess match between them two, bro. I wouldn't mind that fight at all.
Oh, you know the boxing public gonna complain about it though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why, but that'd be a cool fight for me. Technical chess match, man. To go the distance, and I ain't mad at it. See which one better. They be calling Hitchens a Walmart brand, Haney, and all that weird stuff. So,
damn. All right, yeah, I would love to see it too. Man, what do you think about the idea of a Super 6 at 140?
It's a great idea. They need to bring that back. Period.
Facts. I'm just thinking through it right now in real time who I would put in it. But some of these guys leaving 140, the Ryans and the Devins.
Right. All right.
Well, that's tough. I'm gonna come back to that, but it just sparked my brain because you got so many names, it's so deep, and the gap between them isn't that wide, so it would be real interesting.
Right. Betting on that Catterall Barboza fight as soon as the bet lines come out. Betting on it, heavy on the Dusty. You stupid. Yeah, stupid, man. But we gonna keep building, man. We gonna keep building. I ain't done this yet.
Yo, what's up, Josh? What's up, CJ?
What's real?
What's good with it? How you feeling?
I'm straight. How you feeling, fella?
Oh, good, man. Oh, good. You said Ryan and Devin are not 40 pounders? Nah, not no more.
I said it.
Especially with that new WBC rule.
I don't never think truly Ryan was ever a 40 pounder either. It's the only dude that snuck himself up out of 35 and never really committed to 40 either. Just was the catchweight king. That's really what he is. Another one. Like the idea of the Super 6. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, we need it. Hell yeah. 140. Oh, Super 6, 16. 140 is deep enough division to do without him. Yeah, Teofimo and Ryan. Yeah, they is. You don't like Super 6? I like the Super 6.
They need to do something like a Super 12 for 35 and 40.
Or more, or more. I just feel like I like that idea where you gotta put top guys in there and they force to face each other, and it's it's worth it for them. You know what I'm saying? Now to see who really want to smoke. Throw that idea out there, and you see who really want to do it, participate in it, then you will see who really want to fight.
For sure.
That's why I like it.
My fault. I accidentally dropped out. I got a question for you, 2-4. What's the new WBC rule?
I'm with you, Dub. I was trying
them weight clauses, but like the weight checkup like a month before. It's like 7 weeks. I mean, not 7 days out, and then it's 3 days out.
Okay, like and you gotta be within a certain amount of the fight weight.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Damn, I didn't know about that. Thanks for putting me on game.
Yeah, I like that.
I just seen I think either like somebody on Mill City or Najee was talking about it. One of them was talking about it. I heard it.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope they need to implement that shit around the board so they can get the right kind of results. That's all. I like it. Yeah, but that Super 16, I think he said 6 because we ain't had the idea of a 16. But I like that way you thinking right there. The more the better. That'd be crazy. And let it be the best ones in the division, man. Hell yeah, I'm all for that. I even like the 5-on-5 idea. I think them 5-on-5 ideas is dope too. WBC weight ain't new. Yeah, they just, I guess, what is it, a matter of enforcing their rules now? But that's what they need to do if they gonna do it. Do hop from camera action and rock the drug dealer headline. You stupid. Bro's a fool.
I think it's another 5v5 coming this year, but I just don't know the promotions.
It might be that Mexico versus USA shit.
Think it wasn't.
It's gonna be Canelo, Crawford, Ryan, and Dev on that card.
I thought I just seen somebody send me a picture of it. Wasn't it Oscar and Eddie?
That would be lit. I hope you're right.
I could be wrong.
It might be Oscar and Eddie.
The hairline is crazy.
But I remember seeing something about Turkey saying something he want to do in Mexico versus USA.
Yeah, Golden Boy versus Hearn. I thought so. Golden Boy and Matron. Thought that's what it was. I seen them two in the picture talking about 5 versus 5 on the way or whatever it said in the caption. But yeah, I just like that idea. It's dope, entertaining, man. Especially if you got two promoters. Them two been going at each other for a while, so it'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that, Golden Boy and Hearn. But man, we gonna keep building something else. Like I said, I wanted to talk about Spence for a little bit, man, because I put this tweet up. I ain't really get into it yesterday when he did it, but the fact that we heard the news about the FUNDORA fight just being off, and now they talking about, possible Charles Conwell being the opponent. I think that's dope because Charles Conwell like that. He could scrap, but for EJ, it sucked. And then it's these little short ass tweets. Like this, all we get from him since he been go. You get what I'm saying? He entitled to do how he want to do, but he give you just these little bits, little breadcrumbs. People say stuff to him. He say he ain't spoke to nobody in months, shit like that. Then he posting the shark again and saying, coming soon or on the way, whatever he was saying. Like it's almost that time, and then it sound optimistic, like he coming back, and then next thing you know, boxing is effed up, X, Y, and Z. Like, I'll be back when I'm ready, and it's like, bro, I don't even know how to take that right now. Like when you say that, because you say when you ready, like I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. That makes sense. Like when you ready, do that. Am I looking too deep in it? Like, are you not ready? Is why you not coming back? But you just was saying boxing is effed up, but you also was speaking about PEDs too. So was that just like a continuation, or is that did that spark that thought? Like what you talking about when you say that? Like you get what I'm saying? And when he say back when I'm ready, what popped in my head too is that I keep hearing this consistent rumor. It's almost consistent now as a rumor that if he's doing any sparring, people saying he ain't looking good in sparring. And I don't know how true it is because he keeps shit close to the vest, but I don't know.
Yeah, Coach Bremen said if he was
ready, you already 15 months out, and you getting older. You're not taking a tune up, so now you're talking about what 2 years or more, or whatever the case, almost out the ring, and you possibly come back at a new weight class. And I don't know if him saying boxing is effed up because of how I think they try to slip him in the rankings real quick, and then they double back on it. You get what I'm saying? Kind of took it back, and didn't want to allow him to fight for the belt. And all of that stuff I thought made sense. I thought, they said it would have been doing like a disservice to the people at 54. Hannibal was good, bro. So I don't even know, man. At this point, I wouldn't even trip if he said, you know what, chuck the deuces on boxing at this point, because man, I don't even know what to expect from a performance standpoint when you take this amount of time off. Like what are you gonna look like? Get what I'm saying? Too many questions to answer, and there's too much time in between to keep having them questions linger like that. So stressed out about it feels good, but hopefully
I definitely feel what you're saying, Just not to cut you off, but I'm gonna be brief. No, I get the fans' frustration with not knowing if he gonna come back. I mean, damn, like I was saying earlier, hate to throw folks away after just one loss. But peep game. What I read into that is, obviously he ain't ready. If he ain't coming back right now, and he said he'll be back when he's ready. No, he's not ready. But most importantly, I think that it's mental. It's something in his mind that's not quite sitting right. He don't feel like he used to getting up for a fight anymore. That's conjecture or my interpretation, but that's just what I read into it. That it's a mental hurdle he's still got to get over before he can get back in the ring. I understand the frustration. I wouldn't be mad if he, really thought it out, sat down with his family and I had a great career. I made a ton of money. I'm going to just sit back and retire. And Texas, where my money go a long way. But no, man, I think he do still want to get back in there. Deep down in his heart, he just, he can't be who he once was quite yet. So that's what I'm taking from it.
Yeah. Yeah, any of that stuff is possible, and it's just we gotta speculate at this point because we've been wanting to see the dude back, and we seeing things just go off in a way that it's never went off before. Like you've never had to see Errol Spence have a date, and then boom, oh, it don't come to fruition. And then, oh, you know what? Here's another date. And then, oh, you know what? Boom, it don't come to fruition. And then you got like this hope that it's still gonna be a date and holding out that he's still gonna make this fight. And then boom, scrap it. It's over. And now boxing is messed up. I'll be back when I'm ready. Damn, if you ain't ready, man, it's unfortunate. But hey, that's just what it is. If you're gonna be back when you're ready, it's just like I wonder when that time is gonna be as a fight fan, because the longer you out, the more dangerous it get. If, in my opinion, shout out to John BX, man. Just dude, #1 pound for pound, YouTube boxing talk king. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that. He said, Dad got another former champ on the decline in Ramirez. Yeah, and I think it's a good calculated risk too. Ryan fights TL. You had the best resume of the Kings. Yeah, we were saying that too. You gotta get a dude credit for getting in there with those guys. I mean, he tarnished his what would have been a Devin Haney win, but guy still got in there with Tank, tried, but you know, you get in there with Tio, complete that trifecta after fighting Ryan. I mean, Devin again, it's crazy. Yeah. Pull it off. To my God, John, man, appreciate you. Zach B was good. So no Frank Martin de los Santos. Nope, he said he ain't know nothing about it. So he ain't heard nothing about it when people was talking about it, Frank Martin. But he said he had some type of announcement coming soon, though. That he did say. Frank Martin.
Frank?
Yeah. And he's done at 35. So
yeah, that's why when they said Edwin Don Santos, I'm like, oh, Edwin must be moving up.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, Errol Spence is unfortunate that if he's not ready, but man, I don't know. Wouldn't expect that dude back in the ring, and the longer it takes, the crazier it is, man.
I had seen something like last week on Mill City from Coach Bredman when he said he was training with EJ. He said if it was to be like if he was to have a fight scheduled for 6 to 8 weeks ready, in his opinion, like EJ wouldn't be ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of get why EJ saying like he'd be back when he ready.
Mm-hmm. And it might be as simple as what he's saying. I ain't ready right now. I mean, so
You want to make sure he can come back at least close to his, usual form.
Yeah. But you know what? The only thing that concerned me now, though, and I try not to think too deep into it, but I only start thinking of things that the fighter has said in the past. Like this is a dude that is no tune up. He ain't beat for it. Like every time somebody mentioned, please take a tune up, or when I seen somebody mention it recently, I seen people say it to him a lot. But I seen him respond back to somebody recently. He put like that, that skull emoji, basically like the dead emoji. Like, nah, it's like it's no way I'm not doing it. Like, so it's like, man, I just wish he would change his mind about that, but he not. So it's like, just got to deal. But he also said back in the day, like, if you need more than 6 to 8 weeks to get in shape for training camp, is something wrong. See what I'm saying? So I start thinking like that, and you look at the injuries that mounted up through the years and the wear and tear, car accident, the loss, and you get what I'm saying? Now, do you now need more than that 6 to 8 weeks to get ready? And if so, based on your own words, something wrong, right? So that's all I'm saying. I don't want to think too deep into it. I just hope he good because I want to see him return. I really do. And like I said, I just know it sucked for him to get something got to be not in the right order, whether it's him or something else, business side or whatever it is, for him to have 2 dates and neither one come to fruition to the point where you scrap the fight. Time to say it was good, bro. No tune-ups, only biggest and best fights. I'm telling you, and I respect it to the day he retired. But shit, I think that might be, I don't know. That could be a factor as to why you ain't came back yet either. So, because you ain't trying to take a tune-up, so you gonna need to be real right. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you was thinking like a FUNDORA type. That's wild. No tune-up, Mr. No tune-up, man.
I mentioned it earlier, but it is disrespectful, as deep as that 154 division is, to have Spence at #1 coming off a loss and damn near, I think it's like 18 months now, July, something like that. But after that long of a layoff, moving up a whole new division, and the way in which you lost, disrespectful to the rest of the division, man. I can't believe is it the WBC has him that high, right? And WBO was talking about not sanctioning the fight, so they see through the bullshit.
And then they took him out. I believe they took him up out of the rankings.
Oh wow, completely.
Yeah, that's why I said they walked it back. I think they tried to slip him in there at 6. But then they it's like they corrected themselves. Like, and much as you love Errol Spence, that's not them doing anything wrong. That's them getting it right. They wasn't supposed to let them just skip the line and you'll be fighting for unified titles in a weight class that you haven't been in. They had a list of reason. I forgot where I just had that post at where they was talking about like how to be a disservice and all that. Listed the reasons, and if you look at it and you being real, you like. Errol Spencer, they kind of right. They right. It ain't kind of right. They right. 100% right. So, and then at the same token, it could be a blessing in disguise. Do you need to jump back in there with that tall, wiry guy? Especially if you now saying I'll be back when I'm ready, just assuming that means exactly what you're saying. I ain't just ready just yet. I'll get back in a second, but ain't no rush or whatever. So I can respect it, but damn, just getting older though, bro. And you look like you really enjoying life, raising your family. And I ain't gonna lie to you, as a father with 3 of my own, look like I enjoy you having fun doing it. You know what I mean? When you posting the Spence clan and stuff like that, I think that's dope. So, look, man, if he chucked the deuce out of nowhere, I wouldn't even trip. I swear I would.
I can see why people tripping on like him being like ranked number 1 in the WBC after moving up. But honestly, I don't see like him moving up and not being ranked in the top 15. And if you're in the top 15, you still can get the title shot. So, like, if they would put him at the 15th spot, what you finna say?
I could accept top 15, but yeah, just the number 1 is out of pocket. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get why people saying that, but either way it would have went, he still would have got the title shot. That's why he's saying like boxing is a what's called because they took him out the rankings. Like, is he still in the top 15 at least, or they took him completely out the rankings?
Just to tell you, I ain't seen it. You talking WBC or WBO? Because he got FUNDORA got both titles.
The WBC, I don't think the WBO even ranked him if they wasn't gonna sanction a fight. That means he wasn't gonna be in the top 15 regardless. But I don't see him moving up and not being in the top 15 after 1 loss. When you got people who still lose and be in the top 15. Like Frank Martin right now still in the top 15 in WBA after getting knocked out.
That's what I'm saying, tunnel vision. That's the bigger, it's a big concern, because that shit go hand in hand. You can't get physically back. That shit start to play on your mental at some point. You get me?
Right. That was my point.
Your mind, you a fighter, and you're gonna always be that. And you like, I want to get back, but then if you being real and it's just something with your body stopping you from getting back, that shit is tough, man. Because he's been through a lot already as it is. Like I said, this is a guy that told you out his own mouth that he's been on borrowed time ever since that car accident. And look at what he gave us. I always said this. Everything he gave us after that was bonuses, pluses. All things was good with it, bro. So I don't know. Just the longer it is, it just seemed tougher. The road seemed tougher. That's all, and less likely. Seemed like at some point I could almost see it now, like getting on Twitter and seeing the posts, like could almost feel it. Like I just don't know what's it. Nothing sound promising or like like is anything moving? It's no movement over there. It's like it's empty promises almost, like with the dates and the boom, no, you know what? Scrap it. Like, damn. But Marcus, was good, fam. How you feeling? It's like, man, that shit is tough.
Hey, Josh, the boxer from back in the day that like had a real bad car accident, and then like right after that he came back and fought Roberto Duran and won. What's his name again?
Vinny Pazienza.
Yeah, him. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it just depends on how you built. Like certain people can do it and still be like a little shade of them. I think that's just how Errol Spence built. Like, he probably still can do it. But like, I get what you're saying, that physicality part. Like a lot been on his body.
Yeah, that's wild, Just. You pulled Vinny Pazienza out the clouds, but couldn't help me on Jesse Boogeyman Ferguson.
You had me stumped with the Jesse Ferguson joint. Something told me, man, Dub being in here, he had it quick. Had that joint on deck. I'm telling you, we got some junkies in here, boxing junkies. Another little update, man, because we've been talking about Dev on his live, man. He posted as well. Ryan said he was signing up for drug testing. He has to sign up for Vital or USADA. That's what was holding up everything up. He said maybe he's trying to get clean. Interesting. That's the only thing I don't like about what he doing and how he moving, bro. It's annoying as hell. Like, dude, man, like, do something that shows people like, yo, I'm not playing with my career. Do something. Man, bro, do something that shows let people like, yo, I'm taking this shit serious. Like Devin Haney got you beat. Like he getting it low key. That's a silent win on the low. People might not see it that way, but I do. The man that got cheated is clearly, jumped to be, enrolled in somebody, and you just sitting around like, man, I'll get there when I get there. Now you don't need to take that approach. You need to be on top of that shit. Really, like, just get it off your back. You got the money to do it. We all know it. Just get it off your back and give him what he's looking for. Go beat up Pitbull and then go get him. And I'm not rooting for you to get him, but I'm just rooting for you to handle business like a fighter. Like I don't get it. That's what make me like feel like it be something to him, because the way he been moving, you don't want to look up at Bill, and I know people like, well, they suing each other. No, man, I ain't trying, man. He could look at that, man. Like, you don't even want to look. It's like I done wronged him. I ain't even about to look over there. Like, you just with the straight face, you just don't want to look nobody in the eye. You don't want to even open your mouth, but then you get on Twitter and it's like Twitter fingers. Like, nah, bro, hell no.
Now I ain't trying to like speak up for a cheated on the, but I kind of get this point. If somebody got like a case out on me, I'm not gonna say shit to their ass. Neither they might just like put another case on me on something.
You wouldn't make eye contact though. You wouldn't be like, motherfucker. You and I both know what's going on. I would at least mean mug them. Goddamn, something
like flip the bird, bro. I'm petty like that. Yes. You're not gonna just be heckling at me, bro. And then I'm gonna walk like you invisible. Bro, I'm flipping you double bird. I'm gonna make a moment out of that real quick. Silently as hell. Like, you ain't gotta do too much. Nobody gotta get in trouble. I ain't saying get in trouble or nothing like that. But
now I'm saying not paying attention to a
like,
motherfucker. I heard him 10 times more than giving him a response.
You're just moving like you don't want to even like look that way, but you'll talk crazy like, man.
That's a new generation, man. That's that Gen Z shit, man.
Yeah,
but
I'd have been cool with a flip, one bird, Ryan, just one. It's just
I'm glad.
Or look
I'm
at
glad
him
Bill made that funny, man. I'm glad Bill made that moment funny. Oh, y'all ducking it, huh? You ducked it, huh?
Yeah, y'all ducking it.
Came all the way out here for nothing. He just gonna duck it.
Yeah, Bossy, what's good with it, bro? Yeah. So he did say, either one though. Opulent. He gave him the option. So if you don't want to do Vada because of the Conte, I hear you loud and clear. Then use USADA like you said. You know what I'm saying? Use it. You know what I mean, or whatever it is, or whatever makes him comfortable. Just be drug tested, bro. Don't give me the line. Go get tested and be on point. Like I would be jumping at the opportunity just to shut it up. Don't give nobody another opportunity to mention you along with not being tested or not being on. You get what I'm saying? Why? Just be on point for once. Be responsible, dude. Hey, what's good with it, bro?
Exactly, and that raises eyebrows in Ryan's direction. Like, damn it, you almost a year out of the fight, and you ain't eager to get signed up for testing to clear your name. Right. Also, I know y'all two up here probably know this, but for the rest of the chat and just in general, on the whoever catch the replay, VADA is only collects it, you know what I mean, and transports it to WADA or USADA. They don't do the testing themselves. Right. It's important that people know that distinction. They just collect it.
Mm-hmm. Right. DC, it's not about Ryan punishing Bill. That's not what I'm asking him to do. Maybe you ain't hear what I said. It's him. Somebody got some background. It's him not even facing, like, just looking his way. And it's just like a guilt that it almost looked like. That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I pick up on when he don't want to look his way and act like you can't interact at all, bro. Like I said, I was cool if he'd have just flipped him off one good time while he was walking and hopped in the van on him and laughed at him, anything. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You was talking to, bro, made a whole mixtape, man, at DB Ryan, bro. Let's not forget. Bro made a mixtape. Bro transformed into an artist. We found out it's Brian hidden talent, bro. He got bars. Y'all don't tell me y'all wasn't y'all had to bless the highly favored. Don't sit up in here and lie. No, y'all was nodding to it like, kind of got that one. No, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I know y'all was nodding to the Haney pack. I know y'all was rocking out to the Haney pack. When you had the Haney pack, the Haney pack song, man, he was tripping. Bro did a damn mixtape.
He was on the road for a little minute.
Vada altered Ryan's test after he beat Devin. That's how he feel. A lot can happen from collection and while transporting to the location. Yeah. I remember, I forget whose situation it was where they said that one of the samples was collected and then left overnight somewhere. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, bro. Once you say that, like, I ain't trying to hear like something like that got left anywhere. Once you say that and then something wrong, it's over with. Like for me, Hardcore Casual was good. Reef, no, no, he said Ryan went to Colorado with Deion Sanders Jr. and performed the song. I'm telling you, bro, was a miniature rock star, bro. He went out there and did a mixtape, bro. He put together a little EP, should I say? You know what I'm saying? He put out a little EP with a few tracks. I'm dead serious. He had another one where he was rapping crazy. He was talking wild on it. I'm like, is this right? Took me a second. I'm like, this really him? He was tripping. I'm telling you, he was on one. And then boom, Osterine. He still was trolling. He slowing down. He still was.
Hey, y'all know who Manager Marty is?
Yeah,
I heard of him.
I seen a couple of his lives where he was saying like that Vada don't even have no 365-year testing, so how is Danny Devin Haney enrolled into a program that they don't have or some shit like that?
Somebody was bringing that up saying it don't exist, but I forget where they was explaining that is real. Like he ain't just make it up. So I don't get me to talk about it. My thing is this, right? I don't even care about it as much as long as he being tested. I respect it. You promoting being a clean athlete, but you ain't gotta put no extra on it if that ain't what you really doing. But from what I hear, they said that's what they was trying to question. But I did hear that it was. You know what I mean? And they said he wasn't the first person. That was the thing.
I heard like Nino Donaire doing that shit too.
I forgot the name.
Donaire
because his wife always up on panels talking about keeping the sport clean. So I could see Nonito being on that. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I think that's who I was hearing too.
Hey,
but chat, still fighting.
To the chat, I'm not gonna let y'all do that saying that Bill Haney snuck in the lab, on some cat burglar shit and painted Ryan supplement. Y'all acting like it's the OJ Simpson case, man. It's just
24/7.
Y'all making assumptions based on no evidence. Let's just take the evidence that's on the table. It was a dirty test. If he tests clean going forward, then we can trust the results of the fights, and that's it. Don't try to make up conspiracy.
Who's that?
Yeah, that's why I'll be trying to just stay away from that conversation.
Oh, that's funny. I just think people be joking with that one though, with the Bill sneaking in the lab stuff. I don't think nobody said no Bill. I ain't see that. But but back to it though. If I was him, when it's all said and done, look, salute to Haney for promoting being a clean boxer, right? Shout out to him. You don't got to put the spin on it with 24/7, 365, but whatever. At least you being clean, right? Promote that. I respect it. Ryan Garcia, like I said, that's a little bit of a you shouldn't be slow to that. Is all I'm saying. With the fact that you were the one accused of anything, and that, like, I'm the type of guy, like, if I was in that situation, right? You want people to know what's up. You want to know, like, I ain't hiding nothing. You don't want to give people an opportunity to tweet that you cycling off, like, and then you moving around. Like, you get what I'm saying? Why would you drag your feet on anything? I don't know. But then again, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe because you ain't within the, I guess a certain time frame of fighting. So would it be unrealistic to start testing if you ain't exactly prepping for a fight because you are still suspended? So let me say that. Let me not, leave nothing out. That is still, could be a potential thing, right? Why would I start now if I ain't preparing for a fight just yet? I don't know. But I feel like long as you good when it's time to fight, man, that's all it could be. I mean, the ref was on BS. Young Beast was good, fam. Snack and Vada, two different entities. Yeah, Bill Haney, Mission Impossible. That's funny. Now they did have I had like a post with a picture of them in the lab. It was funny though. I had a Bill and them sneaking into the lab. It was funny. That's just that little stuff like that. That's just trolling. Like nobody believes that. Like you believe that, then I think, like I said, I got a unicorn outside tied to the porch that'll take you anywhere you need to go. If you believe it snuck in there, snack Vada, Tie close to your left and right eyes. All things, my God. So I'm just ready to see the rematch. Yo, it's on the way. Opulent May, man. They got smoke, man. Ramirez is on the docket. Pitbull Cruz is expected to be on there, but he got a fight to get through. And I'm glad my guy did confirm it, which I could have looked up there because that's what I didn't do. I forgot to do it within the conversation when we was talking about it to check to see if they removed it off the schedule. Because I was like, bro, he had a whole fight schedule. Did they scrap it? You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that make it crazy. About to take that fight, and I believe it's weird. Is that at 35?
How you think the rematch play out? Well, how y'all think the rematch play out?
And with Devin and Ryan?
Yeah.
He definitely, I think he got to tweak some things, man. I think he need to look at the fight, the scene of the crime, man. He did a lot of things well in there, and he made some key errors that I think if he could tweak, like you got to manage the first quarter of that fight much differently than you did in the first time. Like, as far as getting hurt, you can't allow that shit to happen. And I was, people was laughing at me because I was saying I don't care if it's death by 1,000 jabs, but I'm dead serious, bro. Like, but it can't be that bow and arrow shit that was going on because you're susceptible to running into the same shit. But you got to be able to tweak that at this point. Like that's like pivotal. Like if you don't make that correction, that same shit might happen. You get me? But I'm anticipating that he's gonna switch up something, right? You're gonna have to make that improvement. But fight a different fight, box him. That's what I say. Like I know. We go back and forth. Some people say that's just how you fight everybody else. That also could be the problem, right? That could be true, but that's also the problem because Ryan ain't everybody else that he fought. You might need to approach that a little different, take the air out of his tires, try to, box and be smart instead of stepping right to. And even your father admitted it. So I'm comfortable feeling like that's not how you fought everybody because you step right to him right too early, man. That dude was fresh. He caught you early, and I think you had a hard time recovering, but he put together some good rounds. And then when he got knocked down, that changed the whole landscape of the fight. That just changed everything. It just made everything on unsteady legs after that. 2 cents boxing peace to the queen. How you feeling today? So yeah, it's a conspiracy theory. Now that it's behind that bill stuck in there. Yeah, that's funny though.
How do you think it play out, CJ?
First round, yeah. His corner man was saying it for what it's worth. He was like, he thought he never recovered from that. He also went on to say like he felt like all money ain't good money. Like they shouldn't have took the money far as with the weight thing. He said he had went back into Ryan's locker room, seeing how the dude was back there listening to church music. He said it was a different aura back there. He said that dude was locked in like on some like it to me, would it sound like the corner man was saying without saying it? He was just setting the table to say, yo, he duped us. Without saying it.
We talking about tomorrow,
we thinking he undisciplined, he wilding. I go back into this locker room, bro, got violins, a band back here, whatever he had going on, some violinists, back there just on some zen, locking in. He like, hold on, this just might not be a good idea. Started having second thoughts, like, man, we thought he was back here, just not focused. This dude on some, center.
He left out of the locker room saying how many people was enough and how loud the shit it was. He went in Ryan locker room, seemed to quiet. He like, oh shit.
Ryan ass was back there in peace, like, yeah, I know what I came to do.
Ryan was back there. After all the while he did in the lead up, Ryan was back there meditating. That's
I'm
crazy.
telling you, yo, the corner man, yo, that's a guy, yo. After him being so honest, it made me want to like interview that guy just to hear like his, let him like retell like what he's seen and how he felt. It just was an intriguing story because he was so honest. And it's not the kind of information where you will look at the guy like you dissing or like, nah, he just being genuine. Like, bro, this shit started to look like, bro, did he get us? Because I swear that's what I felt like he was saying in so many ways. Like, you expected something totally different and he surprised you. And then you started talking about how all money ain't good money, that how he potentially got hurt early and never recovered. Shout out to my guy, man, A in the Cash App. Much love. Shout out to my guy Trey, man, in the Cash App as well. He says, still want to know how damn little bro know. Nah, Nah, shout out to my guy Trey, man, as well, man. Much love, bros. And hey, he's I asked that question too. I ain't gonna lie, that out of everything as it pertains to that, that's the only thing I want to know. When it comes
Bro,
to
not
that,
to be
like,
on
why
no
did he say that?
conspiracy theory, not to be on no conspiracy theory shit, but like with that, and then Dev telling Ryan at the press conference, like, oh yeah, we knew who came to help you with that weight problem, and then like this nigga fell a test, and then Ryan said like, oh, I took the supplements from this nigga who Dev knew was helping him. They're like, I don't know, I'm not just
It
gonna
just
put it on
sounded
the
like
nigga's school.
his brother prematurely spilled the beans. Like he spoke out of turn, maybe too soon. Like the timing of it was off. I'm like, there's no way you gonna make me from my seat believe that somebody came down and told you anything, bro. I don't know which fashion it happened, whether it was a voice in your head, somebody like, bro, is there you have a better chance just not even saying anything, like at all. Like you was better off. Like that is a real question. Ryan really did say that recently. And at the Ring magazine stuff, he was talking about, he was like, nobody's asking these questions. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the real only questions that I got out of everything. Aside from like, was it just a matter of being pressed for time? Why you wouldn't make sure your supplements was right? You get what I'm saying? Like, because and then my thing is like, what benefit did you get from it? That's the questions I do got from Ryan. Like, because at the end you blew weight anyway, and then you ended up with Osprey. So what benefit did you get at all, if any? Right? That's what I truly would want to know. Like, because if nothing, then you truly just shot yourself in the foot. Like you didn't even need. You should have just done what you was going to do.
Hey, like Tyson said, I can't explain how a brother got the information from the universe, but praise be to Allah, man. I don't know. hey, 2-4. You want to know my opinion on the rematch?
Oh,
I'll speak on it for a second.
On the same way, Mr. Improd. He took away his jab. Yeah, if he takes away his jab, that's fair game. Now he did land some. He didn't completely like disarm him like the way it seemed. But what he did do was capitalize in some key moments on that jab, unlike anybody else was able to do. Right, that strength, the power, the speed, like combination of the two with the confidence to really go for it, man, makes Ryan very dangerous, bro. So I just want to see it because I want to see him be clean, and most importantly, I would love to see, like I said, it's gonna be a tough fight still, I think, for him, but I think he can beat him, bro. I do. You got to switch some shit up. You got to make that correction. You got to be able to answer the phone. There's no way that you allow him to just get in there and crack you with that shot like that again. You cannot. I refuse. You cannot allow that shit. You better find a way to neutralize it the way I say Tank Davis did. He figured that shit out. He was not letting that dude get home with lefts and right hands. He don't care if he had to tie him up, bro.
In a potential rematch, I see Devin using his feet more, obviously his jab more. Most importantly, mixing up the jab to the head and the body. Right. We've seen that. I don't know if that was a specific injury that Tank was able to exploit, like we kind of heard the rumors out of camp. Either way, he got to keep Ryan guessing. Go to the body more, jab, in and out, head, body, frustrate him. And then when he says, fuck this, gets over anxious like he did in the Tank fight and tries to tee off with that left hook, you done? I would hope he could flip it, but if not, hold that phone and then counter him. And I do see Devin being way more disciplined in this fight, sticking to his normal game plan and pulling out the victory, maybe a 7-5, an 8-4, but it's not going to be, I don't see it being as exciting as fans probably want it to be with all the knockdowns the first time around, but I see Devin getting his get back and setting shit straight, assuming all this shit is clean. Assuming it's clean.
All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm being optimistic for Devin, man. I think, like, and again, the same way it wasn't out the realm of possibility for people to feel like Ryan could win. You know, they both being familiars that worked both ways. They did have, like they split in the amateurs evenly, so it's not out the realm of possibility to say that he'll be able to beat him just because he lost. Somebody got like my traffic cars or something. If that's what it is, or somebody breathing like that.
Yeah, I might be CJ. Dang, I'm leaving me my mic real.
Yeah, I bet. I don't know what it is. Damon, what it do, man? Young Beast, what it do? Every time Ryan beat Dev, it was an ass whooping. I know somebody say that, but
that's CJ Mike.
Yeah.
When I mute my mic, it's still coming on.
I got you. I got it. But it's gonna be the same fight. If he fight the same fight, it's gonna be the same fight for sure. You know what I'm saying? I believe adjustments can be made. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not crazy to think that he could switch it up, but it's also not crazy to think that he can do it again. But I think the good thing for Devin is that you're not going right back into it. I think that's very important. You at least get an opportunity to see, because I'm telling you, you get to see what you'll look like against anybody else. And if you don't look like what you're supposed to, then you'll know if you really need to go back into that fight. So I think we get to get some of those questions answered. You get what I'm saying? Some of them questions get to get answered, and that's good for him. And you don't have to answer them against the same guy that was piecing you up. So you ain't got to jump right back into the fire. You get to shake back and then revisit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that makes more sense. But it's going to always be a competitive fight, a kind of tough fight. I don't never see it being easy, but seeing how he performed, even getting back rounds together, he didn't get blew out to me. It just was Ryan Rounds was so much more impactful, bro, that it just looked like a slaughter, almost like a beat down, but he got beat up for sure. But remember, he caught Ryan with some solid shit throughout that fight. Some of them jabs did land. He didn't completely neutralize the jab. He got some of them home, but the ones that he took advantage of were big.
Ryan got that Haney pack blowing in his lungs, and if they fight again, he's gonna murk that kid, bro. Guaranteed. Confidence is everything in this game, bro. Ryan is uber confident now. He's gonna get in shape. If he can pass that piss test, he's gonna come in there and mess that kid up, bro.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear everybody else's opinion before I give mine. I low-key think the same thing. Because if you look at, Dev and a Lomachenko fight, and then you look at Ryan, all the fights that he didn't pop dirty, Ryan offense is still faster than Dev defense. And Dev going to get touched with somebody that got speed. So,
and my bad. What up with you, KB?
Nah, you good, bro.
How you doing?
Salute to you. I know how you be coming in, man. I know that's my guy. You know the key be under the mat, man. It's gonna be a very bad. I mean, look, I acknowledge I level with y'all. I'm not saying that can't happen, but y'all know I like to be optimistic, man. I gotta put that out there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta speak on both sides. Yeah, it could get bad for him again, but I think the good thing for him is the fight in between. That's the key to getting back in there. That's gonna say a lot before you get back. If you had to go right back in there, I don't know how optimistic I could be, but the fact that you get to kind of go around it first is a good sign. You at least get to answer some questions first, because I think without that, you very susceptible to repeating the same results. 2 cents, what's going on?
What up? What up? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
we hear you.
What up, Just? What up, D1? What up, CJ24? How y'all doing? I just want to come up here real quick and give my 2 cents about Ryan. I went around and made my rounds before the Ryan and Devin fight. They tried to laugh me off the internet, tell me I ain't know nothing about boxing, tell me I just thought Ryan was cute. That's why I thought he was going to win. But I just want to say that I think Ryan is a bad style matchup for Devin, period. And I think the thing that people won't admit is that, which is what I was saying before the fight, Ryan Garcia is more talented and more athletic and more gifted than Devin Haney. And the reason why Ryan Garcia is a problem, y'all can act like Ryan Garcia can't fight and he ain't got no skills. That's just not true. If y'all keep acting like the only reason why Ryan won was because of Osterine, y'all might be devastated again. And Ryan has the left, he got that left hook, but he also has a straight right that people haven't noticed. If you watch the fight, you see he dropped Devin with that straight right, but they didn't count it.
Remember, his what was it? His left side was the side that was swole. That was Ryan right hand doing that.
The first knockdown was the right hand too. He hit him with the left hook, but the right hook put him down. The left hook hurt him, but the right hook put him on his ass.
That dude just could punch. He
got power in both hands. You could say it was the Osterine, but we can't act like Ryan Garcia ain't been knocking out people.
Yeah, Boy Jones came out and vouched for that left hook. That means something to me. I don't give a damn what nobody said. That dude had one of the most killer hooks in the game.
Facts.
For him to really validate Ryan left hook, I don't care what no novice is talking about somebody that don't throw no punches. That shit ain't lucky. Ain't nothing lucky about it. Yo. It's perfect technique. The way he got it down packed, he know how to land that left hand. When he say that, he right. He know how to get that target.
He know how to get, and then it's the thing about Ryan Garcia that makes him very scary and very dangerous. Somebody that's not afraid to get beat up and somebody that can't be embarrassed is a very dangerous person. Is a very dangerous person. And you've seen how Ryan Garcia made a fool of himself before that fight. And you've seen how Ryan Garcia got in that ring and stepped to Tank Davis. He had no fear. None. And he obviously got a chin because you've seen him get dropped by Tank and get up. You ain't never seen nobody get dropped by Tank and get up. You've never seen that.
He sprung back up. He sprung right back out.
He sprung right, you know what I'm saying? He didn't even take no little count.
He wobbled a little bit, but he did get right back up.
He
You see him reasoning with himself, like, I'm good. Am I good?
So I just think people just need, like, y'all just got to be more honest about Ryan Garcia. Like, I know y'all don't like him. He used the N-word, all of this other crap, whatever the case may be. But him in the ring, I've always said Ryan Garcia is going to give everybody, all the top fighters. He's not an elite fighter himself, but he will give elite fighters problems.
Absolutely. Because he's dangerous. Absolutely.
I beg to differ.
He's got a lot of heart. He'd go for it. That's what I always say about him.
Got a CPAP machine up here, bro.
Hey, 2 cents. We gonna be. I don't know what's going on with my audio. I'm probably finna drop off and I might hop back up, but I got one question for 2 cents before I go. Are you talking about being 100% honest about Ryan? Is that what we doing?
That's what we doing.
Okay. And I'm gonna drop off the panel with this. Did he quit in the ring versus Tank? Y'all got it.
Yup.
I mean, y'all could say he quit, but let Tank hit you with a body shot. So you allegedly got an injured rib.
It's a loaded question, right? Because on one end you could,
and then he gonna drop off the panel.
Whoever says Ryan quit ain't never been punched in their fucking lip.
Telling you, bro.
Straight like that.
I'm telling you. The way he looked, like it was delayed and everything. He thought about it for a second, but I just don't think he was, he was like,
I wouldn't say he quit, but he knew it was over with.
Like it would have got worse. It would have got worse. Maybe he could have got back up, but it wouldn't have been a good idea. So if you want to call that quitting, I mean, he did avoid that meme, that super meme, because that was gonna get really bad.
I would say he's quitting.
You seen Tank eyes when he seen that he got him? I was like, oh man, that's not good.
Let me ask y'all a question too. Is the left hook one of the hardest punches to block in boxing?
Depends on which handed you are and height. It's a tough.
It depends on your
guard
against. It just really depends on the person.
Like the punch wasn't flush. Nah, you remember he was overextended though, John Wick. Remember the sequence. He was like extended. Tank went right up under him. That shit was clean. And if you look at it, it was a ripple in his damn body. Like you could really see that shit. Like I know he felt it because he thought about it for a second. He was gonna try. He was like, man, you seen him wince. He was like, man, he took that knee. Like, hold on. I think at that point, I don't think he ever felt that before. And if it's any chance that it's any truth to a pre-existing rib injury, because remember, Joe Goose asked him after the fight with the rib, he was like, yeah, it was what it was. I think he took it up out of him with that. Made that damn rib punch a kidney. He was like, hold on, what's that? I ain't never felt that before. Let me take a time out. Let me park it right here real quick while I figure out what is this I'm feeling. And he was like, nah, I'm good.
But you see,
like didn't dude kind of like grab him a little bit, just a bit, like kind of shielded in the referee.
But you see how they deflect, just you see how they deflect. We talking about Devin Haney fighting Ryan Garcia, and they up here talking about did he quit against Tank. We're not even talking about that.
I'm telling you, I just think that was it for him, for real.
I think he said that because you said he'll give all of the top guys a problem.
Listen, y'all know who my guy is, and if he was fighting Ryan Garcia, that shit would make me nervous. I don't give a damn. That would make me nervous. That dude is a talented fighter that's overlooked because his lack of discipline. Like that discipline kind of. That's the reason why I feel like the elite, the absolute top of the top would get past them because of that. Like his 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of approach to boxing. I feel like those top tier guys that really live it, breathe it, always be able to separate themselves or get past the fact that he's super athletic with a strong ass hook that really could land. Like some people would know how to neutralize his ass, but I think he gives everybody a good fight. I don't think nobody just gets in there and just blows them out like that. Think he make any fight just about interesting, dude. That dude talented as hell, and I mean, I wish that it was no Osterine present. Not, for Devin Haney's sake, unfortunate to go through that, but it would allow people to put a little more respect on his name, right? Without that, you like, yo, he fought Tank, he lost, but he fought Devin, beat him clean. Now you talking, and then you in conversations even think about fighting Tio. You cook it with grease. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of cook yourself with that. Marshawn Peace, how you feeling?
People sleep on Ryan. His feet are way better than advertised, bro. And his boxing knowledge, he knows when and where to throw his punch and set the trap for the left hook. Like, people just listen to their favorite YouTuber talk about the kid and think that that's what it is. And that couldn't be further from the fucking truth. Because Ryan is a threat to anybody, especially a focused Ryan in shape. He giving anybody what they're asking for, straight up.
Yeah. So overall, if I think he quit, I don't think so. I think it was legit. I think he tried. He thought about it. I think he felt something that he was like, man, that ain't it. My red, it was like, hell no. Like, because you get back up and try to fight like that and you compromise, we all know what's about to happen. The only thing left is for Tank to administer melatonin. He heavy on it. He heavy on the melatonin. So I guess that's all that would have happened, bro.
He probably had the injury too, bro. He probably was injured to his body by my boy T. Sendy. Probably cracked his rib up in sparring. And you know what I mean?
So,
listen, I can see that. Nobody coming to that ring 100%, bro. Not no
after
fighter
the fight,
ever.
Joe Guzman asked him. He said, "Was it the rib?" And Ryan shook his head.
Bro.
Yeah, I don't think it was, and that's just what it is.
They know the cameras are rolling, my boy. So
I
would have said the same shit too.
He
probably could have went on. He probably could have fought. He probably could have.
I mean, the camera could have been on the stands. He could have been on Tank celebrating. Like, they ain't know it was on them still. It's just a camera in their face at all time. Like, even when they be in the corners, both cameras is on both corners, but we only see one corner.
Yeah, they dragged my guy Robisi 2 cents for the elbows. I had reposted that joint on Twitter and it just went crazy. Everybody
Ben Whitaker, he quit.
No doubt. I clipped that joint from you.
Yeah,
put that shit on a short.
It was so crazy to see, and I'm like, yo, it's sad that all y'all rather argue some obvious shit, and I'm to the point where I don't give a damn if none of them landed for real, knowing that they did. But I'm like, the fact that he's in here intentionally throwing them is all you need to see. Well, how could you defend what he didn't land? You can't see, bro. I reached through the computer.
He's 6 foot fucking tall, man.
704 Joe, what's good with it? Kev, what's good with it? Haney would get dead way worse by Tank. Look, Tank
he outreaching these dudes to his elbow. He outreaching Robisi from his shoulder to his elbow. Could hit him with elbows all day long. Like, I don't give that Espinosa kid zero credit until he moves up to at least 135. You already know how I am with these dudes that are shaving way too much weight. I ain't fucking with none of y'all.
So Haney would get dead way worse by Tank. Tank just smarter. You see how he was able to control the Ryan.
Haney got a big ass head though.
It's different.
He could take some punishment.
Yeah,
that
kid is tough as hell. He tough.
He is tough too.
You're rolling with Ryan.
Y'all can still hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I gotta back out. God damn.
Nah, we can hear you.
We can hear you, G.
Yeah, Robisi. Oh, he popped off. It's all good. Robisi got the tape of the elbows landing. Yeah, Ghost. I had reposted it on Twitter, and I think he reposted it, and then it just went from there. Everybody started commenting on it. Shout out to Robisi. I like that dude, man. I really do.
Bro, what's today's date? January something? Man, I've been working like crazy.
17th.
I can't wait till March 1st, bro. I can't wait till February 28th, bro. Shit, the night before.
My bad, I got a call.
Yeah, nah, you good. Yeah, man. The Ghost, that shit was terrible, bro. I give everybody just due, but when just the intent alone was nasty enough for me, y'all. That's wild to do, bro. Y'all got a good fight, another good fight going, and you doing that? No, I don't like you no more. I can't wait till somebody beat your goofy ass for that. Nah, that's bogus. I really do like Robisi, especially after he handled some of the questions like throughout his career. The dude took a loss. I think what is the pro debut? He turned around, beat snot out that dude's nose literally in the ring in the rematch. I like Robisi rise, man. It's just that was a tough loss to see him take that one, man. I was like, damn,
quit.
Because it hit like different, man. Like, you just took an L to this goofy ass dude.
Yeah, bro.
You get elbowed. And they like, he quit. I'm like, bro, nah, I'm not about to do that to him. Like, yeah, y'all gotta remember, like, they're humans. I'm not trying to hear what somebody else did. You get your orbital bone broke. You get what I'm saying? Some people get pot and seen people get punched and get little miniature cuts and quit. Let alone your orbital. But like you start thinking, bro, like at that point, could he see out of like I'm not about to, man, miss me with that. He fight, man. He ain't gotta prove to me that he tougher than that because he cool with missing an eye. He don't gotta prove that to me for me to know that he a real fighter.
That's
Hell
what I
no,
said
man.
about the boy from
You
Houston
make a
off
career
that
and say,
jab.
yo, my eye is more important than this win right now. I gotta sit this one out. I don't care how it sounds. I'm talking about health. I'm talking about real shit, man. You got people who eyes is still damaged after their career. One of them was dude. Did he just pass away? Was it Israel Vasquez? Crazy ass eye injury. Had wars with Rafael Marquez, the other Marquez brother. Man, Margarito fought Pacquiao. His eyes still messed up. His eyes still damaged from
Lose your
that.
vision.
Bro, I'm not with that. I'm not. No, you don't got to get your face smashed in unrecognizably for me to know you real. Especially when I see somebody throwing UFC's. You got UFC technique on them shits. Like somebody trained them to throw them. I'm dead set. That shit really made me mad to see it. I don't really
Bring the elbow
Yo, how's
behind the
my
hook,
audio,
bro.
y'all? Is my audio cleaner?
bad.
You straight, bro.
It's a little bit,
Okay.
staticky.
Smokey, what's good with it?
Okay.
What's good? Shout out to 5 Brown too. Well, BC did get an elbow right. That shit looked crazy. I don't think he no damn quitter. That dude real, man. That's a real fighter. He wanted that win. And it looked like, to me, it looked like another good fight. I'm telling you. It looked like, I believe that he could have pulled that off. It was that kind of fight.
Yo, I ain't seen the Robisi elbow situation. That's crazy. Now that y'all mentioned, I'm gonna have to go back and peep that if it was as obvious as y'all saying.
You're gonna be like, man, it's gonna make you mad from a boxing standpoint because you ruined a good fight. And then it's gonna be so many idiots that just disregard the fact that this man is legit throwing elbows like that. You know how dangerous that is. And then for him to come out with an eye injury, and we like, well, it was a punch that did it. Yeah, in the end, that's what it looked like, man. Don't give me that, man. I see what this dude was doing. He found a way, man. He found a way. The ref should have been said something, bro. He should have got disqualified. He goofy as hell, and I'm not rooting for him until I see somebody smoke him. I don't care.
I believe in karma. He gonna get his get back. Somebody gonna get that get back for him.
No excuse for that. You beat him the first time. Now he was getting with your ass. He was getting with you. That's what I think. You know what it was. He was coming to get you. This Robisi was coming to get his lick back. And you found a way, bro. You found a way and got away with it. That shit is crazy. I hated it.
So I definitely don't support that. But the only difference is, I think, because only reason is, and I kind of saw the same thing in Joshua's eyes during that Ruiz fight, but he got up right at the 10. You know what I mean? That makes me think he could have gone on. None of us know how injured he was inside. And you mentioned the orbital. First thing I thought about was Dubois. So, okay, I could understand that. His eye was that busted up. He just taking a beating in there. I'm 24 years old, whatever he was at the time. I'm going to preserve my health, preserve my career, and come back stronger. I understand
look what he
that.
did, bro.
But
just imagine if he would have tried to thug it out another Usyk and then got an injury. The run
no,
he went on would never been possible.
I get that, but the only difference I
I'm
draw.
agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing. I'm
Okay.
agreeing with you. For
sure.
I was just adding on.
Yeah. You were saying it would be foolish to carry on under those conditions. It could end up a lot worse. So yeah, we on the same page.
Yeah, because if he would have got injured carrying on, the run he just would have went on would never been possible.
That's
what he
big
do?
fact.
He did Big Baby Miller, then he did Herkovic. Now he just beat up AJ.
Yeah, man. Put himself in position for a possible unification. I ain't overlooking Parker by any means, man. He ain't the most exciting dude in the world, but I know he can get busy and give anyone problems. So you don't need to be looking past him. Hopefully he do get past him and get his Usyk rematch. But yeah, just to reiterate, only different thing I've seen about Ryan's situation rather than Dubois or Robisi, which I'm gonna look into, is that he stood up right at the 10 count. So yeah, I could have fought on, but it's a business decision. Y'all can draw that gray area anywhere you want. I'm sure we'll all have a slightly different position, but to me, that's the difference, and I don't respect that.
Right. Yeah, I do, man. Ryan blood coming in. Tank had him leaking. Punch blood out. That was for sure.
He
AJ,
got up,
man.
bro. That's what
AJ,
counts, bro.
yeah, AJ got smoked by Dubois.
No doubt.
Yeah,
That was a
that's
short
So,
right. Short right hands. Huh? Sleeping.
that dude's serious, man. That dude is serious. So I hope,
For
man,
real.
we got some interesting fights for this 140, man. Look, at least we got some action and another fight just to bring up too, man. Ryo and Pitbull ain't getting talked about enough. I mean, not Ryo and Pitbull. Ryo and Gary Antoine. Just think about
Facts.
that. Gotta be a must-see fight right there. Ryo really could
Facts,
scrap
bro.
me, man. He could box. He really could box to me.
When is that fight? When is that card?
You,
Shout out to
March 1st, I think.
March
So
1st.
after March 1st. Okay, it's so many coming up, man. I'm excited. But yeah, okay, March 1st.
right.
Bro, you know Gary come from boxing royalty. He just got outboxed. Now you're getting a whole nother title shot and shit.
That's from
Right.
staying loyal to PBC.
I'm
Hey,
glad. It
Everybody do
seemed like
that
they was
though.
about to shelf him. Like it looked like it was about to get crazy for him. And I'm
no
glad
doubt.
he
I'm
found a way to
happy
get
as hell
another
he got it.
opportunity. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, man. I think that's
I
gonna be a
think
good
I think Gary's gonna knock Ryo the fuck out.
Top Rank just
one.
did the same
Just
shit
like
for
Edwin.
Loma.
Let's go. You know I like
Bro,
that energy because that's my guy. They
bro,
sleeping on him, man. I need to see him
yeah.
put somebody out again, man. They sleeping on
He's
Gary.
gonna knock Ryo chinny ass the fuck out. The
Mm.
problem with Pitbull was Pitbull couldn't get to him.
Nah, he definitely couldn't D1 at
But
all.
you know what? Actually, he hit him a couple good times, and I was like, oh shit, he should be hurt after that one. And he
But he
just
was
kept
eating
boxing.
them. That his power ain't it. Don't transition up to 40.
Nah,
Yeah,
That's
he
he
what that
too
wobbled
little,
him once,
bro.
but it was the end of the
He
round.
too
He had
little.
like 15
Yep.
seconds left. He did
And
hurt
Ryo
him, but
was
it was
in the
like
best
15
shape of his
seconds.
life. Ryo
Pitbull
was in
hurt Ryo.
shape.
Mm-hmm.
Ryo was in shape, dog.
And he was pop shotting a lot. He was smart. He got that from that Cabrera shit. I was just
And he
rewatching that
got
fight.
cracked too, though. He got the touch of God too, bro. I'm telling you, he can crack, bro.
That
Change
right
a fight with
uppercut.
one punch.
Every
One
time
punch shit.
Pitbull tried to get under Ryo jab, Ryo was throwing that right uppercut, cracking his
Yep.
ass.
Ryo was working his
Pitbull got
ass.
a chin,
Gary
bro.
gonna be a much different matchup for him.
Oh,
That
And
shit
I
yeah.
gonna be
think
a good fight.
Pitbull was respecting Ryo way more than he was respecting Tank. I think Ryo
Yeah.
really cracking.
Yeah, I think so too, bro. I think Tank really cracking. I just think the
Now
dude is
I
too
know
short
Tank
for
really
Tank.
cracking too, but I'm saying
A
you can
lot of
see
Tank's power
Pitbull.
comes from being the shorter guy, punching up with explosiveness and hitting the right spot.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm not
And you
saying
know he
Tank not
kept hitting
cracking.
that
We all
damn
know he
brick
cracking.
head of his. Kept hitting him in the head and shit.
He
yeah,
say
That's
his
that
what
big
Ryo
man.
ass
is
dome.
snack. I don't know.
Y'all
And
smash that
plus,
like button, man.
I
Smash
think
the
that
like
whole
button
Robert
for these guys.
Garcia gym
smash that
promotes
shit.
snack, but I don't know if they on a snack roster. Because if you look at that
Nah, bro.
RGBA
Victor be
video,
buying trunk space, bro. It's
Yeah,
advertisement,
right,
man.
yeah, that's
If
how I
right.
was
you wear
trying
the
to
shirt for
Jay
tell
said
Creo,
Russell makes his
Creo the
statement
traveler.
in
PGs,
He
this.
says
hell yeah.
Ryo is
Give me that
snack.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jay, man.
Creo,
I
my
think he
dog.
can do it. Y'all give me
Salute,
2
Creo.
seconds. Let me play this raffle, man, because I
Got
want
you,
to make
homie.
sure people
Go
know what's
ahead, go
going on
ahead.
for the meet and greet. Pardon me, y'all.
Let's get it.
JBT is doing it
Meet
again.
and fucking
Another
greet.
meet and greet, this
All
time in Brooklyn, New York, during the Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach Fight Week, Friday, February 28th, from 8 p.m. to midnight. If you're planning on being in town for the fight, pull up on us at the meet and greet. Tickets can be purchased via Cash App at $JBT Network One. That's $JBT Network One. $30 covers entry and food. There will also be a cash bar, so make sure you get your tickets early. Only a limited number of tickets will be sold, so make sure you are in that number. Several door prizes will be given away, including a Gervonta Davis signed glove. For more information about the meet and greet, call 410-322-4365. That's 410-322-4365. And have a great JBT day.
You
Shout
too,
out to
big
Big Cray,
drop.
man.
You too.
So y'all come tap in and have some fun with us, man. Come get you a ticket.
Facts.
Come eat some food. Come get what y'all say, intoxicated. Come,
A tank
come
ticket.
created
All
a
that.
little bit with us. Have some fun, meet some good people. Y'all going to the fight anyway. I know y'all going to the fight. Shout out
Hell
to
yeah.
everybody. And y'all smash that like button. We gonna keep rocking though, man. Ryan got decent feet, just slow. Yeah, he's solid,
Tickets
man.
selling
The
fast
box
too, boy.
underrated. Remember, people saying he was gonna get knocked out. I was saying it the whole time he was gonna box him because I knew he had the skill. Low key, he could have beat De Los Santos if he ain't mistimed the opportunity. He thought he had him more hurt than he did, and he probably didn't take into account. You know, a hurt fighter is a dangerous fighter, and he found out.
Facts.
And De Los Santos struck his was better than Rayo's, and then he jumped on his ass, and that was all she wrote. That's one of them fights where I think people kind of really just treat him like he wasn't shit. Nah, that really could happen in fights. I seen it happen. Like you seen it happen with Abdullah Mason. He just didn't get cleaned up. Drop a guy, and then boom, he get dropped. Then you know what I'm saying? Drop a guy and get dropped. Like being a little bit just too anxious, right? And then he slowed it down, put it together, and broke his man down, got him out of there. But for Rayo, it just was all she wrote, man. De Los Santos got off on him. And he get the landing on you clean, flush. He got some power. But
De Los Santos got the real thing.
Shakur fight. We ain't seen him. He look like he getting big. Look like he need to go to 140.
No, yeah, no doubt. He a big dude too.
I like him though. I like him. Anybody that
this whole time.
whether Shakur was not 100% or not, the fact that you just still didn't just get your ass like you showed you could have countered yourself. It could have got a lot different for you. You know what I'm saying? But I
Edwin can box, bro.
But I was wondering why, even one of his coaches was wondering why De Los Santos just didn't try to really go get him. He was surprised himself, like that he didn't really just go for it. Like I'm like, should be a little different. I think when you be in front of that dude,
you don't be trying to get embarrassed. That nigga is kind of fast, like
yeah.
I would say, like with that fight with Ryan, like you said, you would probably be a little bit worried that, like, leaning back to his left side, Ryan might catch his ass with a straight right or a right hook.
Ryan make me nervous, bro. I'm a real one, bro. I know it's a couple people
I kind of
because they possess a certain combination of things that make them dangerous for anybody, and you got to be a fool to ignore that because you don't like them. I ain't no idiot. That's why I said I can't wait to the day people stop calling that man a C-level fighter, and I think we might be at the point. Might be at the point where he could stop saying that. I'm telling you, he wasn't no trash amateur. Like, where are we getting this from? You can say unproven. You got to put it in its proper context. Say unproven. You can say how he's been undisciplined. He ain't been locked in the way most fighters. You can say all of that, but still in all, look who he lost to. I rest my case. Look who he lost to. Like, not trash. You get what I'm saying? Did he look like he was trash in that fight? He didn't look like he lost because he was trash. He just was in there with somebody that really know what he's doing, man. Smart. That little dude was smart, man. I'm telling you, he outthought Ryan, and he was way more patient. He the same thing with Rolly. He just know better. He know the game better than these dudes. That's why I feel like that separation right there is always going to be the difference, and why he won't be able to beat a guy like that. It's not going to be no amount of weight is going to change that. It's going to be the same shit because he's the same fighter. He's going to make them same kind of mistakes. And then you the right guy, you're going to be able to take advantage of him. Just like, for instance, Devin Haney, if he don't change the shit that he was messing up in the first fight, the rematch is, like I said, is going to go the same or possibly worse, especially if this dude mess around and take this shit serious as he should, especially if you're going to be getting tested thoroughly. You better be in some shape and take this shit serious to see what's going to happen. I want to see. But I'm rooting for Devin because of all the shit he went through after this. Like, the eye strain was minimal traces. I get all of that. I ain't reducing the win to that, but it's just how he always dealt with it. And I just don't like how he moving. The fact that you allow the guy that got cheated to beat you to doing drug testing, but I'll give him some benefit of the doubt because he's still suspended, right? So it probably wouldn't necessarily make sense to start any kind of drug testing under them circumstances. Possibly. Would it be jumping the gun? Like, I don't know, but I just want to see him take his career serious because I really love this shit, and I like to see these dudes just do their thing. I hate that the story is about him having to worry about if he clean or not. That's the weak part. He ain't never had to worry about that. He fought Tank, he was clean, but then you get to Devin Haney, and it's just shit just will never make sense to me. But it's in the past now. It's gonna follow you, but it's how you carry yourself now. And if he just really start taking this shit serious, young as he is. You think you made a lot of money now, bro? It's a lot more for you, bro. Newsflash, it's a lot more for you if you allow it. You know what I'm saying? GM, shout out to you, bro. Said, let me hate real quick. Devin on the undercard to take level.
Of the GM, bro.
GM, you know they'll like that shit. Look,
Devin got hit
my guy on the
doing his
undercard of
best
an undercard. What they say?
thing, though.
They said Core what? But they said Core one fight away from the prelims.
Oh shit!
We all on for
That
that.
ain't that bad, but yeah, they be going in. You know, stuff like that I would never care about because long as the fighter is still getting what they supposed to get and they go out and win, like that matter the most. Like
Shit.
that eagle to the side, you better go get that bag.
Facts, bro.
Right.
Bye.
That's
Just
why you
appreciate
gotta
you
be
for
that.
bringing
You
me up,
gotta be
folk. I'm about
Ryan
to
up, bro.
slide.
Have a good one, champ.
Shout out to
D1,
you, bro.
CJ.
Peace.
Be good, bro.
Right. Y'all enjoy
Yeah,
y'all
man.
weekend.
He gonna revisit the crime, bro. He gonna do what everybody say. Get it back, get it back in blood. But you better do it the right way. You better add some shit to your camp, man. Cause your pops, I don't know. I don't know how confident I am if that's just all you got in your corner again. I'm dead. I'm gonna be honest with you. Cause when it get rough, like he gonna let it stay rough for you. Like I don't want to see that.
He gonna let it stay rough. Goddamn.
Yeah, you need to craft together a game plan, bro. That because I believe in you. I'm telling you, like I believe in fighting your fight. I believe this is why you got to where you are. You know what I'm saying? I understand some of the guys were older when you fought them. You were bigger than guys. I get that. But overall, it was a matter of consistency and discipline with your skill set in the ring that's getting you these wins, and fighting your fight is getting you these wins. You know, sticking to what got you here, knowing what makes you you. You know what I'm saying? Not no. Yeah, I'm gonna step to him. I'm knocking him out. Yeah, when I heard, I forget what podcast he was on. They asked him, "So you knocking him out?" And he was like, "Yeah," with like a straight face, not like a knockout could happen.
Right.
Once he got past that if it could happen, and it was saying it like, "Yeah, I'm doing," I was like, "See, now I'm worried that you're gonna approach the fight in a manner that says I'm trying to knock this guy. Why, bro?" Man, my guy getting there with him and fight him like that, I'm gonna be very nervous for him because that's gonna
No, he wouldn't do that again. And I'm gonna tell you when I seen it.
Bro,
I think
did that with him? Nah, don't play with that man like that. Box him, man. Do the shit that make him, a little inconsistent. You got to make him utilize that. Like you make him reduce him to his weaknesses is what I'm saying. You don't stand in there and try to punch and step to him early. Nah, you got to take some air out of that dude, man. He undisciplined. He's gonna make a mistake. You got to know that. Tank knew it.
Bro.
He knew
I think it was in the press conference when I seen it. He said he was going to meet him in the middle of the ring, and I said, I hope he bluffing. But no, he tried to do it. He
That's why I was like, bro,
what?
Box,
bro, and got smashed.
Take the punch him in his stomach, jab at his stomach here or there, like outsmart him. Like I said, that lack of discipline, that 1 foot in, 1 foot out approach, that not committing fully to your training camp, make that shit show up in the ring. But you can't do it by fighting the wrong fight. You know what I mean? He gonna make mistakes. Man, Tank told him, man, you was a little more patient, you probably would have landed some of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how really bad? Like, but he knew the fighter. He like, yo, he's gonna make a mistake. Broly, you pressing, you're gonna make a mistake. And all it took is one. That's it, one. And I'm like, bro, it's different with him. You gotta be smart. You gotta be able to match his wit. If you can't,
the very first one. The very first one.
You're gonna kill him, yeah, and walk him down and walk yourself into an L was wild. I said, this man really let his haters draw up his game plan. Because the only people that was asking for that kind of approach, because I remember his father saying, like, he gave what the fans wanted. Those fans were the ones that wanted to see him lose, because that's the only reason you would ask him to fight that way.
You spoke to it before. It's that ego. It's that ego.
Him out. I'm like, bro, hell no. Tank did that shit because it's him. He fought some other guys, man. Ryan pretty tough, man. I don't think he's easy to deal with. I don't see the way he got dropped in his first fight. He sprung up, shook that shit off, broke Buddy down with a body shot, and ended him. I was like, yeah, Ryan, you let him hang around. He's dangerous, bro, and he carries power late too. He do, but the thing with him, as the fight go, what I learned, his technique kind of, start to slip a bit because, that fatigue start to settle in. If you can, those few fights, if you ever watched that went the distance, go look at them. They all got something in common. When he don't get his guy out of there, you see, obviously you make more mistakes because the fights are longer, but, you wear and tear, fatigue throughout the fight, you just make mistakes. You start seeing them get caught a little bit more, and that's what kind of approach Devin needs. You got to play the long game with him. It's dangerous still because long as he's upright, he's dangerous. But you got to outbox him because I think you
them
are.
Punches lose some sting too. Them punches ain't shit in about the 7th, 8th round.
Shout out to you, family. Yeah, man. It's just like the Regis fight. That was huge. He impressed me with that. Say what you want. I know it was stylistic, like matchup for him, but damn it, he still executed. That shit was flawless. He had me thinking Mortal Kombat flawless victory. I'm like, damn, that's as clean. That is as clean as a flawless victory as you're gonna see. That was impressive. I'm not gonna lie. And then when you got a guy that kept talking about how you pillow fisted and you had him changing his tune, gotta respect that shit. You ain't seen nobody whoop Regis ass like that. Regis just lost recently. You don't see him lose like that. Catterall got him, but I felt like Devin just was so much more clean. And it was like he was punching, he was standing in there, but fighting at the right range all night. He really didn't make many mistakes. Like you not gonna see too many.
That Zorilla joint.
You have to be good to be able to fight that discipline through 12 rounds. I don't care what you say. But they're gonna look at Regis and be like, oh, well, he ain't this and that. I get it, bro, but still had to execute, and that shit wasn't boring either.
And see, that's where Ryan's boxing IQ. He's got some IQ on him, bro. He knows how to get past that boxing shit, bro. He's trying to come to fight, man.
Right.
People try to take it all away from Ryan and give it all to Devin. Devin didn't fight his fight. He got smacked doing the very thing that they said is his best attribute. That punk ass mid-range jab. Smack right in the face.
I still think his jab is good, but I think Ryan was better. You know what I'm saying? Good enough to take advantage of that flaw. Like it probably was always there, but them other guys didn't have what it take to kind of really get in there. But you know what? Some guys
T-Rex arms
really had what Ryan had. Like Jojo Diaz, if you remember that fight, he might have got about 4 rounds in, maybe 8 to 4.
Jojo was giving.
He might have got about 4 in, but those rounds that he did win, look at how he won them. He was kind of going right through the front door with no jab, just catching dead with hooks. And that's what let me know early that I know JoJo ain't the biggest puncher, but a clean shot is a clean shot. He was in there with some clean shots, but he was taking. I'm like, you can't let other guys do that. So to a degree, it was always there, but Ryan got way more.
The Big Macs in here, bro.
You know, JoJo always fought like a dude that punch harder than he really do. Like that's how he approached his fights. I swear he be going home runs. I'm like, dude, you are not that type of puncher. He just don't get the memo. But he was walking in and cracking Dev, and I'm like, damn, you know, a bigger guy is a stronger guy. That you can't do that. And that at that time we thinking Tank, like that's Tank, bro. That ain't no good. That ain't no good cracking you like that. So it was always there, but Ryan was able to exploit it. That's what made him different. That's why I say you got to revisit how good you think he is. C-level is that's a disservice to that man. You don't have no evidence to back it up, especially when you feel like the only loss is to an A-level fighter. It's crazy.
I just flipped out on this McDonald's dude, bro. Thank God I was on mute. I just looked down at the phone. I forgot I was even on this fucking stream, bro. I just
that's all good. Kingdom Boxing was good with it. You can't keep what Ryan does.
Shit.
He got some natural talent, bro. He is, and that's what 2 Cents was cooking on. She was saying how he's just more talented and shit and more athletic than Devin. But you know what I'll say? I don't know if I want to say he's more athletic. You know why? Because I feel like a lot of his athleticism, I don't know if this sounds weird to y'all, I always kind of separated it. Like waist up, I feel like that's where it's at for him. The legs is one of his weaknesses. I ain't saying they're terrible or trash. I never said that, but that I think if anything could be his weakness.
Devin's more athletic.
A wide stance, he's a little vulnerable to getting hit. And I forget what film I was watching, one of them channels that was breaking down the film and his stance and different things like that. I was like, damn, that should make a lot of sense. Certain people could take advantage of it for sure. So
can't get away fast enough when your feet are that far
that's
apart.
Where his athleticism at up top, man. He fast and he know how to get you. And
Ryan's more talented, more God gifted.
Yeah,
and Dev's more athletic.
Yeah,
more
the
athlete, what I know.
Naturally strong as hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on now. Let me hop in real quick. Where y'all? So with D1, AWM. How do you separate? What's up? Oh, okay. Angry white man.
AWM is the angry white man.
Right. Yeah.
I got you. Noted.
Along with Devin or a draw.
And you see me, but I got a question. How do you separate talent from athleticism? Because you got to be naturally athletic, right? And also talent implies that it's natural too. So I just want to dig into that a little bit.
I would say I don't even know if it's talent. I would say God gifted from Ryan. Maybe I used the wrong choice of words. I wouldn't even know how you discern the two. I think you'd know it when you see it, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a balance between the two.
I feel like you know, when Two Cents said it, right, what it made me think of is what Ryan is able to, some of the things, or maybe a lot of the things he's able to do naturally. You know, a guy like Devin would be the guy. He can do them too, but he got to work hard. He got to work harder to get them all. It's kind of like Andre Ward telling Broner, like some of the shit Broner do, he wish he could do. Broner just does it so much more naturally, but he got to work twice as hard at this shit. And I think that's what separates them too. You get what I'm saying? Ryan might have more than natural talent and shit like that, right? But Devin is the kind of guy that's working. So he gonna make up for whatever you may think he lacking, natural talent or athleticism. If that, he gonna work. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? He gonna sharpen his shit that way. He's gonna put the work in.
Punching power comes from God. So
you get what I'm saying? But Ryan is just blessed with heavy hands and shit like that. So that's gonna push him over the, you know what I'm saying? Always push him over the knee. That
slingshot.
And he brave. That's another thing. Like people remember at one point, people felt like he was a coward. Just called. Remember that string of fights D1 that period where he was calling all these people out, and all these fights, none of them was happening. And then he went as far as saying like Pacquiao threatened to sue. Remember all of that? Man, you had a list of people he was saying he was fighting next, and he wasn't fighting nobody. They was like, yo, this dude is one of the biggest clout chasers. He don't want no smoke. And then fast forward to now. And look where he at. This shit crazy. Boxing is amazing.
He worked on that left hook. And I don't know if boxing fans paid attention, but that kid threw that left hook from the time he was in the amateurs, all on Instagram, nonstop, every day, all day. That shit is God gifted with some punching power from God as well.
It is real, bro. It's
hard
real
to discern that.
He got real punching power, bro. That's why I was like, bro, people acting like he ain't been punching like that. I said that you really wanted, if I would have been really surprised if he would have had to knock him out. Like, think about it. People don't get knocked down multiple times as bad as Dev did and make it out a fight.
It should have been stopped.
He putting you down like that, bro. You not making it to no 12th round, yo. He's gonna knock you out 9 times out of 10.
Yeah,
look at the record. It'll tell you 8 times out of 10, maybe. You're getting out of there, bro. He's gonna knock you out. That boy be
he lucky Harvey Doc was in there helping the cause out, because any other ref I think might have stopped that shit, bro. The way he was paused on the ground trying to roll over and get up. I mean, he got up and fought the rest of the fight. I'm not saying taking that away from the kid, but his best interest was probably to stop that fight there.
That was one of the most impressive things I've seen from that man. Because
it was, bro.
To get through that fight, I was like, bro, whatever.
Real shit.
You got mad opportunities to look at your dad and say, you know what I mean? Give him a little head nod or wink.
I mean, hey, stop this shit.
Like, hell no, you gonna have to beat me down. You gonna have to end me. I ain't going.
Nail me to the mat, dog.
On to the end. Jaw swelled up. You know what I'm saying? Face swollen like hell, like embarrassed, like, you know what I mean? Having to constantly get up off the ground, like, shit. He went through all that. That's why I say his bounce back could be crazy. And then I'm still on that. You could go from like whatever they thought you are, think of you now, to a damn hero. You beat the 2 guys that everybody feel like racist running around here running their mouth. You go beat up Ryan. I'm still on that. You go beat up Ryan and Tio, bro. They gonna be. I'm telling you,
got that Haney pack blowing in my lungs.
Guarantee you, just for them 2 wins alone. Go beat up Ryan and Tio, man. It's gonna be tough, but Tio more.
Yeah, my Bluetooth switched over. My bad. You can hear me?
Yeah, I got
you. So rewind to a couple minutes ago. I want to make sure I got an understanding on what you said. You said that.
Just, I'll be back, bro. I got a jet. I got dinner for my daughter and shit.
All good, bro.
My bad, fellas. I'll check y'all later, man. I hope you can hear me.
Definitely.
Peace and blessings to the chat. Check me at 10 o'clock. You already know what it is, KB.
Shout out to my guy D1 from the
Love
Angry
and blessings,
White Man
man. Peace.
podcast, man. 10 o'clock tonight.
What's the name of the podcast?
Angry White Man.
Oh, okay. So that's him. That's him.
Yeah,
All right.
that's my guy D1. Judah Vision, what it do, Brody? How you feeling? Shout out to everybody in the chat rocking with me, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, man. We gonna keep building, man. Just a Friday, man. It's a Friday, calm, cool build, man. We got some smoke at 40, some mix-ups. Look like Devin got his pad back to Ryan, bro. Carved right out. And he did say a while ago, about an hour and some change by now, that Ryan he ain't enrolled in VADA testing. Maybe he trying to get clean, but he got to get on top of that. He really do. Don't get in the way of an opportunity, because boxing is different, man. It's still given to you, even though you did some wild shit. You still got an opportunity to fight the same guy, and I think the intrigue is there because of all the shit that happened. So now y'all probably stand to be able to really make more money off this fight. So especially if Turkey involved, so don't mess it up. That's what I'm saying. I want to see some boxing. Yeah, you effed up with the supplements and the Ostarine. You got a chance to kind of put some distance between you and that situation with the right moves. So if Pitbull is on the plate, just like Dub said, because Pitbull got to get past Angel Ferrero. He fight him February. What is that? 1st, I think it is. I think that's the Morel and Benavidez card. Anyway, so he get past that guy, then he should be on the chopping block for Ryan, and that's still a risky fight to me. I'm telling you, like, we're going to see if all these dominoes fall into place, but we know how boxing is, so I'm telling y'all now, get prepared, because somebody might get upset. I'm telling you, that should be crazy. Somebody might lose. Somebody might lose.
Okay, hey, and we spoke on that a bit earlier, so I got 2 questions for you. First, based on what you was just speaking on, what is the most, and I think I know what your answer going to be. I probably have the same answer, but just curious. Upon that path, what do you think is the most potential likely upset? Like, which one is most likely to be? Oh, I could see that slip up coming.
Now it's crazy because it's tricky. Like, I could see cases on both sides, right? It's hard to see which one is more. Like, maybe if I think a little harder, I could pick one, but for Devin, being that he got so many questions to answer, you know what I mean, on fight night, he's still getting in there with a former champion. Guy got some experience, still got a bit of a good punch, right? I mean, are you fighting any of these demons, right? Are you going to be able to check the boxes and answer those questions? Because you got a few. You got, somebody that still got something left in the tank, you know what I mean? Depending on how you look, it's going to say a lot. So, and then on the other end, you got Ryan. He in there with Pitbull. That's just like a trap fight. Like I said, he a human crash out. Like how he coming to fight you. Is it going to be a challenge you fighting a guy that's shorter than you like that and is trying to be in your chest throwing them hooks and uppercuts with no damn jab like that? Like, is any of them joints going to get home and trouble you? You have some time off too. You know what I'm saying? Is that a fight? And then does that help you necessarily, like, going into a next fight like that Pitbull to Ryan? I mean, Pitbull to Devin. Like, I know you fought him already, but that's just an odd choice. And I understand Devin, so I guess that maybe they ain't using the opponents to prepare for one another or anything like that. They just Ryan, I guess he's staying active, but it's a weird fight because it's Pitbull, right? Like, I don't know. That's crazy. So I don't know. Maybe Devin, because there's more questions to answer for him. If I had to lean towards one, as far as the upset, but I still think style-wise, I think he should be okay unless he's compromised from that one fight, and I don't think that's the case.
Interesting. Okay, so we didn't have the same answer. I definitely would have said the Pitbull and Ryan, just because it's just more fireworks going to happen in that fight,
right?
My opinion. So anything could sway either way. Pitbull gets, I told you, put the prop bet on the knockdown. Maybe he get 2.
Right.
Pull off a little split decision,
happen, bro.
A split decision upset. I don't know. It could happen.
But they might think he way out of his element too, because he gonna pretty much in there with a damn welterweight now after having to deal with Ryo. We seen how that looked, but Ryan, his feet are not as smooth as Ryo's, I believe. So him getting away from those attacks and those little bursts, right? Them onslaughts from Pitbull should be interesting, right? Just like Doug brought up, another good point. If he do that little half turn your back, little shoulder roll, like if you know what I mean, like that might be something Pitbull could take advantage of, right? Being a shorter guy, because you kind of crouch to his level. You get me? So
yeah, he could still aim for the head because he's not going over the top. You right there lined up for him. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. I think we got some fun, interesting fights because there's questions on both, right? And why the hell is Ryan fighting Pitbull anyway? Like that's a good question. Like why in the hell are you fighting this man? When did Pitbull get invited to the damn party, and whose idea was it, man?
Okay. So check this out. I got to weigh in on that because we just. Negotiations obviously go on behind closed doors. Fans ain't, we don't know all the details, the ins and outs. We didn't got the meeting notes, if you will. But I bet all this shit is discussed. It's like, okay, Ryan, you going into this fight with some controversy. So I think you need to take a slightly tougher fight to prove that you're in the game for real and you'll be drug tested, right? Devin, people want to see you get your confidence back, so you need to be very impressive. So we're going to give you a slightly easier one. I think all that shit is discussed behind the scenes. Again, that's just my opinion. Anyone talking shit in the chat, I'm acknowledging it's just my opinion, but it makes sense. It makes sense,
That's what we do over here. We build. It's all good. We ain't tripping, man. Devin said it don't matter what Ryan Wade. Yeah, that's that fighter talk, Foxy. Queen, that's that fighter talk. They be talking like fighters right there, but that shit matter. It damn sure matter. But ultimately, like weight or not, that like I always say this, like weight matters, but to a degree, like that's not what won the fight to me. You get what I'm saying? Like
even I wouldn't say that.
Really use their weight to like wear people down, and these fights don't go like that. And I ain't saying the punches can be a bit heavier, but man, nah, that dude cracking regardless. You know what I'm saying? You, like I said, you better that he was heavier probably than lighter, because the better shape, the more punching he probably would have been doing. And he was very accurate in those spots where he was letting them hands fly. Them combinations, pushing them back with that, both hands, like they was making it difficult. I seen the challenge, but it was interesting to see that man trying to weather them storms. But Ryan, like I say, he brave, so eventually he gonna get through. He know what he doing. He gonna keep trying. Like he gonna get that hook in there. He ain't gonna have him a whole 12 rounds and he ain't getting it in there. He gonna hit you. Oh, shout out to everybody, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash on the like button too, man. Fan of box. I don't know about Devin. Yeah, man. Dev is the PBC. What's wrong with the PBC? Oh, man, that brings me to something, man. Lead me to my next point, man. I forgot to bring that up as well. We're going to keep cooking on this Good Friday for a bit. Got something else I wanted to address. Did I pull it? Did I put it in here, man?
Man, you came with a lot of content today. Shout out to you.
I usually be doing it like this. So sometimes, the conversation would be, we'll just be going in so much I forget to touch on different things. But today, man, I'm kind of on it. So this is something I've seen. And again, this is the PBC hater in my book. I ain't never heard him have anything remotely positive to say. And all the time he's covered anything PBC. I always take the shit he say with a grain of salt, because he been pushing these kind of narratives or this kind of narrative since, about 2015 and 16 when they got started. So it's more the same with Rick Glazer. And I ain't backing him as no source, but I'll just take heed to it to a degree, but also take it with a grain of salt because of who it's come from. But the time, I think the fact that things changed for the PBC is why people trying to take their shots now. I think they see them, at a weak point or whatever the case, because of the fact that they had such a down 2024 with about 5 shows. So what he's saying, being told by a rock solid source that Amazon Prime will be dropping PBC boxing in May, as PBC has failed to hit minimum pay-per-view numbers. This will be the 12th platform that has permanently disassociated themselves from the PBC since the inception of PBC in March 2015. Another Al Heyman fumble. Man, I don't know what his deal is with Al Heyman, but he ain't never got nothing good to say. Cecil, what it do, my guy?
I mean, on PBC helmet, though, he really, I see. If
Oh
that's
yeah,
the common narrative.
right.
Rick Glazer, I heard of him before, but I didn't know that he had it out for the PBC like that. But
I
from this
mean, yeah,
tweet
bro, I ain't
alone,
never really hear like he critiqued the fights, like if he think numbers are bad. Like usually the information that comes from him is just never positive. And my thing is, how do you know so much about their business? Like you think you work for them, and we know that that's not the case because he'll say as such. But this dude could be a pretty rude ass old guy too. He could be a pretty rude, disrespectful dude. I've seen him try to snap on people. Like he do like to argue a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like to argue. But he always got this so-called news about PBC, and it's always like money related or somebody not dealing with him or something not working. It's never good. Like I wasn't covering him at all when because what was it, 2023? I know that seems so long ago, but I believe that was a hell of a year. Or was it last year? Last year wasn't good. It was 23, I think it was the year.
I consider both 23 and 24 very decent years, but maybe 23 had a little more fireworks. I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the lack of shows for last year for 24 kind of hurt.
As far as PBC goes,
Right.
yeah, they
They
way
didn't,
they
and it's
way
like
under.
they counting them out. But I hear that this year and this first quarter is going to be pretty damn good. My guy knows somebody over there. Shout out to J Hardcore, man. He knows somebody that work over there, and not too much to speak on, but he let him know that there's some things coming down the pipe for them. That's good, and you kind of seeing it start with the fights that they got. And I just hope people get behind good fights. Down to his boxing. So what's good, Brody? He said, dude, block me on Twitter. Oh, Rick. Oh, stubborn ass old Ricky. Ricky Blazier. He always got some negative news.
Yeah. Rick blocked me on Twitter. I got so sick of Rick.
Too?
You
probably.
I start flaming Rick every day. Like,
I know you was.
Stop it.
I knew it.
Stop it.
When they block you, it's real. That means you cooking them. Man. He always like he know the most about their business, and you would think at this point he gotta work for him. Like, ain't that much inside information in the world, bro. Like,
but he always wrong, and people still give him credibility. And they like, Rick Glazer was right about the Spence fight. This is my thing about the Spence fight. Do you think the sentiment is? I feel like I've been seeing the sentiment is Spence is done. That's why the Spence fight not happening. When really it's not being sanctioned.
Yeah.
Is that right?
A little bit of both, my opinion.
Because remember, they try to rank him. They try to slip him, I think, like number 6, something like that. And then they kind of withdrew. They backtracked on it, and then you started hearing them saying they wouldn't sanction the fight. They ain't putting them in the rankings. They're not letting them fight for that title. They said it would be a big disservice to the other guys at 54. They was listing a number of different things.
I've seen that, and I'm like, are they serious? Are they serious, Just?
It's like the timing, right? And what makes it bad is like a lot of times they don't be consistent with they shit. Like they getting it right, I think, but it looked like you doing this guy bad because the timing couldn't be worse. It's the time where you're trying to come back. And if that's what y'all were gonna do all along, right? Why in the hell did we get 2 different dates just for it to get scrapped? Like somebody playing games, and that's why I say I know he was talking about PEDs recently, like in a tweet. But when I seen that boxing is effed up tweet, that shit is a loaded like tweet to me. It's a statement. Spence ain't gonna write this, pour his heart out. But you just gonna have to read into the shit. That's just how he is. But he a less is more guy. I think like him and Tank is like that to me. But that just meant so much. Like think about it. And then even I'll be back when I'm ready. Now it's like it's your mind just go like. You ain't spoke to nobody in months. It's so much shit. Then they giving you 2 different dates and they scrap them both. When has that ever happened to Errol Spence in his career?
That's what I'm saying. Do you think because the BBC usually don't have that WBO belt. And even with Spence fighting FUNDORA, they was like at one point it was like, okay, well Spence win, we gonna strip FUNDORA and give the WBO to Crawford. And it's like, what? But you know what really kind of like grinded my gears was Terrence coming out and tweeting, should have fought me when you had the chance.
Yeah.
When let's be honest. Terrence ducked Fundora. He ducked Fundora. He had the opportunity to fight Fundora. He decided to walk away and let Spence fight Fundora. They were literally in negotiations to make the fight in December.
Right.
And then it came.
Because they did say he stepped aside for the
Yeah.
fight. But you know what? It was.
I mean, I know you don't like the duck word, just I'm being
but I
hyperbolic.
get you. I know exactly what you're talking about, because I think that's a fact. I think he did step aside to allow it, but you know what the confusion was to me? On the other side, Fundora's team was speaking out of both sides of their mouth, because they, on one end, they was like, you know, they fighting Crawford. I specifically remember this. And then I heard his people come back and say, well, you know, it's my job to get my guy the best, the most lucrative opportunity out there, aka Errol Spence. So I was like, seemed like their focus was also Errol Spence as well as Fundora. So it's like Terrence Crawford just made it easy for you, right? And he also created that avenue to say, yo, well, you could have fought him too. But that's the only thing that was a bit confusing. I directly.
Well, see this. Let me try to break it down. So Spence got in the ring after the fight. Fundora was like, yeah, I'll fight Crawford. Like, that's the fight I want. His management was like, no, we want the Spence fight. So then everybody was like, oh, he skipped the line. Terrence deserved a fight. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So then they start talking about he wasn't ranked. They gonna strip him and all of that. So they were like, okay, cool. Let's fight Crawford then, if that's the case.
Right.
So then they started, you know, talking to make the fight, and then Crawford stepped away. Now, a lot of people are of the opinion, well, it don't matter if Crawford stepped away because they wanted to fight Spence. When I think that's irrelevant. I think that's irrelevant. And then for you to walk away and say, oh, he can fight Spence, and then the WBO be like, well, we still gonna strip you anyway, even though the mandatory walked away, and then they take him out the rankings and all of that. So it's just been a lot of funny moving with the WBO, and it seems like they really want to get Crawford that belt.
Right. Nah, I mean that makes sense too, though. It really do. It seemed to me that the reason why Crawford would be cool with stepping to the side was not in the effort to get out of it, but I always like he said when he tweeted, I always thought that Canelo Alvarez was more of a priority for him anyway. And maybe he do got that. He did say he always had it in his back pocket, right? So that's the only thing that made me think he would be cool with saying, you know what, I'm cool with, all right, go ahead, fight Spence. Like, that's the only
but let me give you my.
Hey, before you go again, 2 cents. I've been quiet for a minute. Let me get a word in. Damn, dude, you took the words out of my mouth. I'm kind of busy over here, so I'm in and out on the mute. But yes, exactly. It wasn't. I can't define it as a duck if he was looking for a more difficult challenge. That's the only contention I have with you, 2 cents. You could say he opted out of the fight, but if you're looking for a harder fight, I can't consider that a duck. That's what I really wanted to say.
Well, let me respond to that, and I know just might not agree, but
you got it. Go on, cook on it.
This is what I believe. Now, if they make the Canelo Crawford fight, cool, whatever. I honestly do hope Crawford beat Canelo, because that would be great. It'd be great for boxing history. But I really don't think that Canelo and Crawford are gonna fight. I honestly feel like it's just a distraction and a deflection, while he sits around and strategically plot and plan to move around 54 to try to get those belts. That's what I think, because I haven't heard Canelo saying anything about fighting Crawford. Like, why would Canelo fight Terrence Crawford? Like, honestly, unless he about to get a stupid, ridiculous amount of money. But other than that, like, we've already seen it. We've already seen the small champion move up and fight Canelo.
Okay, but you can't compare Crawford to a Charlo.
I'm not comparing them as fighters. I'm comparing the concept. We've already seen it.
Yeah, but I think the skill level makes a huge difference in that regard. But I understand where you're coming from.
Because there's plenty of big fights for Crawford at 54.
If he was a regular champion, hey, let me say this real quick. I'm good. I am an admitted Crawford fan. That's probably my best current day, or my favorite current day fighter. But so full admission on that. I will say this. I'm cool with seeing him unify at 154 or go ahead and take the Canelo fight either path, as long as he's going for legacy, I'm cool with either. So I don't know what he got up his sleeve. I'm not in this man's head. I don't live in his house, so I'm not quite sure, but I'm good with either one.
I mean, we'll just have to see because Crawford's inactive too. They sanctioned the body's talking about inactivity. He's inactive too. He's currently a champion and an interim champion, which I've never heard of that before. Have any of y'all ever heard of that before?
Is it with two different sanctioning bodies?
Yes.
No, I wasn't even aware of that. I know he had the one belt from Madrimov, but I didn't know he was the interim champ in another one.
So
I don't know everything. I mean, I'm here to discuss it. So yeah. Whatever information you can bring, I definitely appreciate it. So interim for what sanctioning body?
What sanctioning? What'd you say?
Smash that like button, man.
You said he was a full champ and an interim. So I was just wondering who it was interim for.
WBO, right?
Maybe Crawford was throwing ESG bone.
Because he's a champion with a mandatory.
I see. Hey,
you know what I took?
He's a champion and he's Fundora's mandatory. How?
Who that? Bud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't know. It's a little confused. Say it's on Box Rec.
Hey, if that's the case, then he's playing chess for real because either he got the Canelo fight or he got a unification bout. Either way, he's gonna win. That's what I'm saying. So I can't be mad at that.
But if your only focus is the Canelo fight, you kind of holding up the division, one might say.
Well, you can't say his only focus. He did fight within the past year, which is more than we could say for Spence. So he did fight a title fight.
What does Spence have to do with this conversation?
No,
I'm just saying he did fight it. He got a title within the last year. I only say that because you brought up the point of being inactive. That's the only reason I brought that up. So he's not as inactive.
He moved out of the way and let EJ fight Fundora. That I always thought that was that path back to a rematch if it was ever going to be such a thing.
That would make sense because Spence would earn his way.
Options. You created an option by moving out the way. You know a Canelo fight is a priority. I mean, you know, if you might not get it, who knows? Spence came back, say he would have got an actual fight with this dude. Think about it. We got a couple dates and they got scrapped. You would have had an opportunity to see what he looked like. Imagine him coming back, getting a good win or something against Fundora. I know it seems far-fetched now, but just in the perfect world, that would create that opening. For 100% fact, I know people would ask Bud to run it back. I know
that'd be crazy.
If like that shit was a fluke. Nah, he back, man. Damn, I'm telling you, that create that. But I don't know, man.
But would it be crazy if Spence would have beat Fundora? Spence would have won a belt for him and Crawford.
Yeah,
that's what's been really crazy.
Yeah. Forever G said just the WBO just got the new president who is no nonsense. That's good because just be consistent. That's all. And whatever their approach is, you want to enforce rules and shit like that, just be consistent so you can get the right kind of results from it. No special privileges or none. You want to be no nonsense? I'm on board because there's too much BS in boxing anyway. Bug got a 147 belt in recess. Do we? Nah, because you got Norman.
How?
How could it be a recess? Yeah, that'll make sense.
Jonas. And who am I missing? Missing somebody. Who the hell else got that belt down there? I'm missing somebody.
Did you say Bachman?
You said who?
Bachman?
Bachman. No, I'm talking about that 47. I'm missing somebody.
My fault.
Oh,
okay.
Man, I'm tripping. I'm tripping, y'all. Boots.
Norman? Oh, you missing Boots. All right.
Yo, that's crazy. That never happened before. That's what I'm saying. They got the belt. So I think Bud, because he'll never fight there again. That's over with. That shit definitely sell. He talking Canelo, so he definitely ain't fighting at 47 ever again. Shout out to Banks, said you can look it up.
But I just be pointing that stuff out because like people overlooking all of that, and it's just not making sense to me. It's not making sense to me, and it's like if they gonna make the Canelo fight, why all the chess playing?
Yeah, right.
You don't want to back himself into one corner. Say he put all his marbles on the table for the Canelo fight, and it just don't pan out for whatever reason. then he'll be backed into a corner. So that's why I said I respect the business of either I'm going to unify at 154 or I'm going to get the Canelo fight. Either way, I'm going to win. So
Right.
that makes sense to me.
Uriah said Ramirez got his work cut out for him with Devin. Let's see if he could look like anything of the past. He been looking sus lately. He been looking bad ever since he went and got married, bro. Telling you, man, I be thinking that be killing people hunger. You start living a life that, you know, that you spend so much time sacrificing, you know, and being away from, right? That, you know, you get to a point where you want to be regular. I really think that's what be happening. And these dudes are just that they fighters at heart, and that's all they know. It's like in their mind, yeah, I could still do this, but your body, like, you just don't fully be into it. That's what it kind of looked like happened to him. And it looked like a very similar thing happened to Josh Taylor. Until I see otherwise, I swear that's what it looked like.
I think Josh Taylor was at 140 way too long. I think that's what happened to Josh Taylor.
Yeah, I agree. Dude,
like he should have been with the 47. Like, what are you doing?
John said, "Yeah, just want the best for Bud, not boxing." Oh, he said you just want the best for Bud, not boxing.
I'm just saying I could understand the strategy. If y'all saying he holding up the division until he's inactive for over a year, I couldn't define it as that. But I see your point. No, but I said I'm a Bud fan, so if you want to get his paper either way, I ain't mad at it. Go out on the high note, homie. Go out like John Elway did. Go out on top.
Right, man. Because you know that Canelo thing seemed like more of a thing today than it ever was, especially with his tweet and Canelo being willing to go over there and talk. I knew it, man. That dude like money too much. He like money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they might actually make this fight because they keep talking about it.
Yeah. I was like, then when he was like, I always had this in my back pocket. I'm like, there's absolutely nothing else you can be talking about with that.
Right. With the smoke, there's fire. So
this next one I'm taking to the moon. I said, yo, there's only one fight that's taking you to the moon, bro. That's Tank. Like, yeah, I like the little cryptic shit, but we junkies. We gonna figure it out. I know what you're saying without saying it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, I don't know, man. We gotta see, but that's gonna be a crazy fight.
Like in his back pocket, that would be worth even saying. I know it got to be boxing related too, the way he been talking lately. So I want to see it, man. Like I said, I know it's an uphill fight for him, but at least he'd be a guy that's gonna try to win, in my opinion. If he gonna get beat, he gonna go out trying, and I don't think him and Bo Mac could take a fight that they feel like they can.
Why you ain't think Charlo ain't try to win because he ain't get knocked out?
Nah, and you know what? I had to rethink that too because I was caught up in that for a while, and I refused to believe that. Nah, I think he did try. I think you ain't gotta be knocked out to try. I just think that's what he had on the night. And I think it was too much. I think he did not want to get knocked out, but nah, I think he did try, bro. It just wasn't the effort that you used to seeing. But when you look at all the odds that was stacked up against him, it's just impossible to ignore. And we, just to be honest, anybody that was thinking he was going to win, we just being supporters of Mel Charlo, to be honest. We wanted to see that. Like, that shit was an uphill battle. It was the closest thing to a handicap match in boxing that you're going to see. It was tough. It's a tough win. His body looked funny up there with the added weight too. It was a lot. Like, and I think he was anticipating that Canelo that used to fight at 155 to avoid the top 54 pounders. That's not the same physical guy. You expected something different. And I think he found out very early that this ain't exactly what I thought it was. And then sometimes you gotta find out. So I don't think he just cashed out of nothing, but he did concern me that he did his training camp like at the crib or something like that. I didn't like that. Throwing laps in his pool and shit. I'm like, dude, every time I see this, it don't go well. Errol Spence seen it with Ugas. He goes out there and beat Ugas' eye into his damn eye socket. You know what I'm saying? Errol turns around and had a similar approach. Kids everywhere with him in training camp with Bud and so on and so forth. It's just like now I can't stop thinking about when I see somebody at the crib, Jamal Charlo, camp at the crib. It's like, hey, what are you doing? You too comfortable, bro. You got to go get away or something, man. And then you go out there and have a bad performance. So, yeah, I just don't think he belonged up there. That's all that was, man. I had to revisit that too, since I was stuck on it for a while saying, nah, he really ain't tried. But I'm like, nah, he did, bro. He just didn't have enough. And sometimes we got to realize that he didn't have enough for that dude. Just didn't. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't want to go out on a shield, so to speak. Like, everybody don't want to get knocked out. Get what I'm saying? They like, bro, this the best I could. I'm trying to figure this shit out, but dude on my ass, Canelo was on him. He fought back in spots, but I just don't. Yeah, I don't think he was willing to get knocked out that night.
I don't know. I mean, y'all think it was easy for him to make the decision not to get knocked out?
No.
You get what I'm saying? And that's after the fight, like, that's the point I was trying to get people to understand.
Bro. I love this, the layered conversation, because most people stop at saying he just didn't try, but I think it's deeper than that. And then think about it. You never
because if you watch the fight, he tried, bro.
Yeah.
I seen him hit Canelo with some shots that would have knocked any 54-pounder out.
Yeah,
Canelo literally dropped his hands and walked straight to him. I was like, oh wow.
I was like, bro, I know in Mel's mind, he like, bro, what's up? Like, this ain't the same shit that I was thinking, bro. I'm telling you, he had a look at one point like, damn, like he tried, but he like, bro, this shit way different than I thought. Like, I know it. I know he had that realization. And it, like you said, that's a good question. Do you think it was like easy for him to make that decision? No. Because that ain't him. And you imagine, look how people question.
Exactly.
He ain't no lion. He a cub. He ain't this. I'm like, I absolutely not doing that to him, bro. That's one fight. Yeah, it was a bad night. But that's what bad nights look like sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Some people bad nights end in knockouts. He managed the rounds. And he was like, bro, I'm going to do the best I could in these rounds. But I mean,
he boxed Canelo pretty good, though.
So think about it. Like, I'm gonna lose. Like, I ain't saying he cool with it, but he like, yo, if you beating me, I ain't allowing you to knock me out with it. You're not getting both. You're not about to do both.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still want a career after this. Like, I feel like people, y'all mad. Right. Yeah, because he didn't get, why y'all so mad Jamal Charlo didn't get knocked out? Like, why are y'all so mad?
Clint Buter, Mr. Collar was good with it. You make a great point, man.
2 cents. You saying that's a conscious decision that Jamal Charlo made inside the ring? He was like, damn, I'm not having my way. I'm not able to, y'all chill out. I'm not able to have, do what I want to do, operate the way I want to operate in the ring tonight. So at least I'm not going to. I'm saying, do you think it's a decision?
Yeah, you heard him after the fight. He said, at least I didn't get knocked out. He literally said that after the fight.
Okay, but
right.
Let me wrap it up. I'm getting to my point. I thought that was maybe a decision he made before the fight rather than during the course of the fight.
No, because he came at. If you go back and rewatch that fight, he was going at Canelo, and then he started getting hit with shots, and then he hit Canelo with about 2 good combos, and Canelo dropped his hands and came forward, and I believe those moments. And then when he got hit and he had to take that knee, I think that moment he was like, I gotta just make it. I gotta just make it.
I gotta make it through the fight, bro. He was like, yo, he got me. And I think a realization just settled in. And I know it's tough. Like, you feel like that soft shit or he quit. Nah, it's real. It's like you can't lie to yourself, bro. He's beating me. There's no way you going back in the corner thinking you're winning them rounds. You like, bro, he beating me, but I ain't about to give him a knockout too. I'm not letting him knock me out. So to a degree, you had to try, because he very well could have knocked you out. You get what I'm saying? You didn't go for that. So say what you want. You know what I mean? He ain't allow that too. So, because think about it, you can say what you want. Like, had he went out on a shield, it'd have been some people that's like, well, yeah, at least he went out on a shield. But that would have been a very small percentage. People would be like, man, he got his ass knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Bro was like, nah, I ain't going. You ain't about to get me out. You ain't about to mean me, bro. You already made me take a knee. He got hit. Charlo was like, hold on, let me take a second down here to get some things together real quick.
Like, if you look at his face, he was pissed off when he took that knee.
Yes. He had
he had the head cocked to the side. He was mad. He was mad. And as a competitor, I felt him like, damn, like it ain't nothing you can do.
So I'm like, we didn't give him enough of that. We didn't just give him enough credit. Like, I think we just took it all from him because of how it looked, but didn't really take into account. That's why I kept saying what people call excuses. They like, well, he got in there, he asked for it. Bro, let's be honest. He filled in for his brother that wasn't in a position to fight. He got my respect right then and there. And he low key, he manifested this shit. Because remember, he was talking about that undisputed versus undisputed. It could be a good thing in boxing. He's like, F it, I'll gain a little weight. I don't know if y'all remember that little that little clip when he uploaded that video. Charlo be just, you give him a camera and come on, he just go, bro. It was a point in his career where he was having so much fun. It was just funny to see him on camera, bro. I don't know if y'all remember when he was doing them lives, shooting pool, dancing in the camera, bro, was just walking off. I was like, dude, living life, bro. Charlo funny as hell, man. So we got to give that man more credit, man. It's a dude that really did his division and wiped him out the right way. And really still, that's where he belongs. So I can't wait till he get back.
He's still the best 154 pounder. I don't know why nobody want to say that.
Otherwise. Yeah.
He's still the best one. He's still the best at 154. Nobody beat him. He for his belts. He didn't lose his belts.
And you know what? I go a step farther. I say give him somewhat of the benefit of doubt. And why I say that is because we seen how he bounced back after a loss. He avenged it by a knockout in another good fight. It was a good fight up until the knockout. He had a draw. He avenged it by a knockout. Okay, he turned around. He lose to Canelo. He take his ass back to where he belonged, to his weight class. Let's see how he respond. He usually do well after a loss, right? Or it's something that don't go his way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still thinking he that, man. I ain't fooled by no jump up coming off an injury, looking like you had love handles. Like, come on, I paid attention to that. PGA's, what's good with it, bro? Big dog.
CJ, what you think about Charlo Crawford?
Charlo and Crawford, that's a good ass fight.
That's the fight I want to see.
I'm fine. I was on mute. You would like see a Charlo Crawford fight? Yes. I think that no, it's a very decent fight. I would love to see it. I think that Charlo would need due to inactivity would need a tune up. You know what I mean? Get himself ready. But no, I would love to see it. I do feel that Charlo maybe has an edge in power, but skill angles wise, I want to say specifically like footwork. From that standpoint, I think Crawford would edge it out. If he didn't stop him, it would be like a 7-5 type deal. Right. But no, it'd be a great fight to see. I want to see all the top fights, all the top fighters fighting each other. Because like you said, Charlo didn't lose his belts in the ring. He just,
took that opportunity, and it was what it was. And we go crazy on people. Wow, he cashed out. But man, if y'all really be knowing, I don't like talking about fighters' finances, but I'll just say, like, look into the shit that he invested in, and then you will shut up right there. And that's well before the fight. Just look at it. Like, it's not to try to compare them, but they're a little different. They twins, but the way they do business is different. I hear Mel is on the shit. Like, Mel Charlo on this shit. Think he invested in Tesla, all types of shit. Like, they
probably listen. They listen in the Al.
Get more like, who gonna turn down the opportunity to fight Canelo? Why would you?
Exactly.
You say it's one of those where I'm gonna take it. Whatever happen.
Yeah,
I'm not turning it down. So shit, and we all know that shit would have played out different had he fought at 54 and not 68.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Back in the day, when he fought at that fake ass weight class at 55, that shit was pissing me off. He was doing that. I was like, nobody's seeing this. Like, are y'all not actively watching him do this and not fighting guys? Andre Allen was down there, and he even pissed me off because I felt like you could have even fought, Maul at 60. It's a lot he could have did, but that is the only thing about Canelo that confuses me. It's from that point is where I started to notice the movements. You know what I'm saying? When you got to get pressured to fight Lara and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's starting to get a little tricky, which that's still a fight to this day that I thought he lost. Still thought he lost. I'm never changing my mind on that. Ain't no way in hell I'll see somebody get outboxed like that. You going to tell me he still won? Hell no. His face looked salty as hell. When that fight was over, his head was halfway down and Lara was celebrating.
He knew. Yeah, he knew it.
Floyd beat him up. That's how his face was looking. I was like, bro, I remember doing a post about it, comparing the faces. I was like, dude, this look like somebody that won. And I pulled up how it looked when after Floyd beat him and they had to tell him to keep his head up. He a champion. The dude looked like he was about to cry. And I was like, like I always say after a fight, when the bell ring, to a degree, be some of the most honest moments you'll get from a fighter. When you see that, don't get me wrong, some people over exaggerate. You'll see people throw their hands up knowing damn well they lost. That's just foolishness right there. That's insanity. Like, we just watched you get beat up. You had the audacity to raise your hand. It's like Mikey Garcia was doing after every round with Errol throwing his hand up. Like, bro, do you realize he beating you up, or are you confused at this point? Charlo, yeah,
no,
that's
real shit.
a handicap match, bro. It's a handicap match. Closest thing to it. Injury, like, love handles. Like, I ain't saying, like, don't get me wrong, he wasn't fat, but just, and I'm not sitting here watching no physique, but I know the athlete that I've been watching at 54 physically, like, his body was different. Like, obviously, he had to make up and not only gain some extra weight, but fight with it. And he just didn't look like himself. He looked like a little like lethargic, whether he wanted to be or not. He wasn't moving like Charlo moved at 54 for sure. That shit, and that's that, you got to take that into account. I think that's something else too. Conserving energy. You fought a certain way because you fighting with that added weight too, and you fighting this big ass, this thick heavy dude that done fought at light heavyweight before. Yeah, imagine how tough that shit was. I would love to see him do an interview and talk about that fight.
That makes sense, but they don't really break it. I mean, maybe after they retire, but they don't really break down the fights to that level like we want to see while they active. Like, yeah, man, it was just tough carrying around that. They don't want to give up nothing, you know. They don't want to seem like they have no weaknesses, no vulnerability.
Because I'm the type that's going to understand it. I want to know what the experience was for you instead of just saying everything is an excuse. Some shit is just legit reasons and excuses. Like, if you telling me what your experience was, what you was feeling in there, that's real. That don't mean you saying that's the only reason I lost. But I know it impacted you. He clearly was moving funny. And I always look at dudes like waistline when they doing weight jumps of any sort, because you want to see how they acclimate, like how they look with just one fight. You ain't really get to warm up and work your way into it. You went right for the guy. So you just wasn't no 68-pounder for sure.
There's no acclimation to the weight. That's why I'm like for real, I get it. Buzz a great fighter. Some of y'all think he's Superman, but like he's smaller than Charlo.
Yeah. Naturally, for sure. Came from
35. He's smaller than Charlo. And like, y'all think that he's not gonna be the same Terrence Crawford with all that extra weight. He's not gonna be as fast.
You know what's what? How much you think he'll put on? Because something tells me he wouldn't even try to make 168, right? I don't think so. I think he'll.
I mean, I don't think Charlo was what, 162 or something?
64, something like that.
Because you can't be too small now, because you got to get punched on.
Yeah. But I wonder. You know what I wonder? We haven't had to really see him like fight the way he used to at 40. And I know that was a long time ago. I get it. It's weight classes ago. But I wonder how much of those legs are still there if he had to fight in that manner, where like picking and poking. You get what I'm saying?
I think Charlo legs is better than.
I wonder could he pull that shit off that way
with all that weight too. With all that weight.
Right. Yeah. And again, he might run the risk of being compromised performance-wise, because again, you got to manage with the weight. Now you talking about taking shots from a guy that, fought a light heavyweight. So that shit is so much to consider. But I try to grab little things from it to get that man some type of chance. Like, I think he'd be probably the most talented fighter he fought since Floyd. I feel like that. I know he fought Beaver and all that, but I think if Beaver and Bud was the same size, I'm picking Bud. So I like to give him some type of shot, but we know I know not to get my hopes up. Don't get me wrong, I ain't stupid. So I know if it start getting crazy, not even it won't surprise me. Canelo got to admit it's hard out for most fighters' family. Ain't nothing sweet with Canelo. Nah, he gonna take you through it, bro. Bud versus Andre is even fair, let alone Canelo.
You know who I want to see Bud fight though? I want to see Bud go fight Laura at 60. I think that's a good fight too.
But shit, think about Demetrius Andre right now with Canelo. How would that look? Because he ain't Benavidez. Benavidez is way too big, period. I'm convinced that you blew your load early. You was moving him around, and man, you heard Demetrius Andre explaining to you what it's like to fight Benavidez. That's a funny ass story, bro. Said that man with a double uppercut or something knocked his head back. He looked at him and smiled. He's like, yo, what? He was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do to this dude. Like, that dude was too big. But Real shit. Canelo fighting Andre right now. What would that look like? Shadow Band was good, bro. Just be crazy. I know it's something people don't expect because it's like they feel like Andre, that ship sell, but just think about it.
Nah, he might fight him just to say he beat him because he was calling. I'm starting to see Canelo want to fight dudes that was calling you out a decade ago.
I think that's a competitive fight. I really do. I swear.
Andre, if then he ain't gonna fight him.
Yeah, I swear I do. I don't think he could do Benavidez. Like if Benavidez was more his size, then that's a different fight to me as well. Like once I seen him fighting balls to the wall, that's what I call it. Like when you just on go, I was like, yeah, it look cool, but that's that crash and burn style. You burning the candle at both ends. There's no way you're gonna keep up with that because you put on that extra weight and you trying to move this big ass dude around. It's only a matter of time. And then, like he said, double uppercut. Anybody that smile after that, yeah, you probably got some shit to worry about. You probably got some shit to worry about. I want to see how Morrell going to deal with the power that he said Benavidez don't have. That's what I want to see. That's gonna be interesting. G-Von was good with it, man.
All right, I'm about to hop off but who you got for that David versus David?
I still got David right now. I'm just waiting a little bit longer.
Which one? Which one?
Mm-hmm. Who you leaning towards? You pick somebody yet?
I want to say Benavidez,
right?
But people keep saying, well, not people, but I got a couple of people like Benavidez just been fighting smaller fighters. It's the first time he's fighting somebody his size, and I'm like, that matters. So I think Benavidez' experience will pull it off. That's what I think, and I think the pressure, the volume of punching. And if Benavidez can take Morrell power, I think he in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, me too. I want to see how they deal with each other's power. I was watching one of Morrell old fights. His one-shot power is legit. That dude really could crack.
But it wasn't the same at 175 though.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder. Sometimes I think he was just overdoing it too, though. And it's part of him acclimating possibly. I want to see if it's the same at all. But that's gonna be interesting because if that's not a factor at all, that's more trouble for Morrell for real. Because that's something that Benavidez even acknowledged. Like, hey, he got some power, but if it don't bother you, shit, the hell is good? What good is it? So yeah, man, I think the experience. That's where I'm hung up on going against Benavidez because of the experience.
Because don't get me wrong, he a good fighter, good boxer, good footwork, got pop. But that experience matter.
It do. And he got, I believe he was beating, I believe he beat two back-to-back guys that were a bit more skillful in planting Andre. And he beat them both and stopped one of them, man.
But they say they were smart. Look, he was so much bigger than them.
Yeah, that's true too. So that's what I want to see, bro. I really want to see how he deal with the volume punching and when he actually get cracked. And the same thing for Benavidez fighting somebody's size, because you're right, that shit do matter. It do. Because what's the size? Voshtik. So you get me. He ain't stop him enough like that. People say he look bad. So might be something. Might be something with both of them. They got questions to answer at 75 that maybe wasn't there at 68. So that makes me like, damn, you just made me want to see the fight even more now.
That's what I'm saying. I can't wait. It's gonna be good. But all right, it was good cooking with y'all, CJ and Just Do. I'll holler at y'all next time.
I appreciate you.
Shout out.
It's been outboxed. Now that's what I always say, Mr. Improv. That's why I give Charlo, Crawford that little window that people probably don't, right? It's a tough one. We gonna know about both fighters after this one. Yeah, Rick. But man, yeah, man. This is good talk, man. Good talk on a good Friday, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out. Yeah, Canelo. But Mr. Improv, you making the same point I make. We seen him get outboxed multiple times, and I really do question like if Crawford, because I think this shit is still possible to a degree, but I think the biggest question is how do you maintain and fight with the weight, and how much does it compromise you from a performance standpoint, right? How well can you absorb shots from a guy that's that big? There's just some questions, right? But man, I mean, look, it's some coaches that even went the other way. I've seen a coach say, "What if Crawford wobble him?" Like, and I get it's a big ass what if, but sometimes we be so convinced that something is going to go away, that we forget to explore the other possibilities that still remain, no matter what, because it's a fight, right? So, yeah, some people like, what if he don't knock him out, though? You know what I'm saying? What if he don't? Now we talking about a really damn good fight, because the legacy, man, was good, family. Somebody told me that the knockout is off the table. This fight is 100% undoubtedly going the distance. I can't say 100%. I'm feeling like it's no way Bud pulls that off. I'm sorry. But if somehow somebody like, yo, this fight ended in a knockout, then more than likely I'm going to lean to Canelo being that guy, obviously, because he's the bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? Or, the naturally heavier guy. So I don't know. I still think it's an intriguing matchup for what it's worth, because I still question, could Bud fight that kind of fight? I don't think his legs are gone, but I don't know if he quite that light on his feet no more, right? Because he was light on his feet at 40. Like, just for instance, and I'm not saying Canelo is anybody at 40, but I'm saying the style in which he beat up Victor Postal, right? Just picking and poking, boom, just hitting him, catching him off guard, hitting him with shots, in and out, just clean, crisp, like swimming without getting wet. I'm not saying Canelo is anything close to that dude he beat up, but I'm just saying that kind of where you utilizing your feet, and can you still do that? Or is that just too much to ask, especially with this late in the game and then all that added weight? That's all. You know what I'm saying? Anything possible, and these athletes they surprise you all the time. So you just never know. Yup, can Bud control distance is the key to the fight? I think so too. Not fighting at the wrong range, for sure. For sure. I think Bud can hurt him. Canelo good at rolling with punches, for sure. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button too if y'all haven't, man. It's a good Friday, man. Shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to CJ, 2 Cents, and the rest of the game, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And y'all make sure y'all tap in to the meet and greet, man. Get y'all some tickets, especially for the people that's definitely gonna be in attendance in New York. Y'all looking to have a good spot to go to and meet some good people. Y'all know what to do. I ain't mad at Bud. Yeah, he keep winning. Beats Canelo. I'm not surprised. Yeah, that should be like, man, they had to solidify him then. I'll retire right after that if I was him. They won't get another fight after me, bro. I'm done. They won't get another fight out of me. It'll be over with.
Yo, Just, I know your meet and greet is in New York, right, for the fight, but you based at Ohio. Am I wrong?
Me? Ohio? No, I'm in Jersey.
I'm tripping. All right.
It's all good. It's all good. All good. But look, man, shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking out all the way through, man. Another dope build in the books, man. We're going to keep building on this boxing. Y'all already know. We probably come back tomorrow, too, and build some more, man. A good Saturday, man. Might come back on an earlier tip. We get another good conversation in. Let's see what's going on in the world of boxing and anything I miss. But to wrap up, man, 140 is live and well. Haney, I'm rocking with you, bro. Jusdueboxing is rocking with you. Go get your lick back. You know what I'm saying? And then, we'll get your shake back fight. Then go get your lick back. And then beat T.O. ass and become the hero that you never knew you could beat. Beating two of the most racist guys in boxing, right? That's what they
That's the narrative. Let's go.
So yeah, that's what I'm pushing. You gonna beat them, you the hero. Guarantee you gonna have you some new fans. They like, that's the boy that beat them live out. Yeah, Dad, we rocking with you. Even if it's for a week, they gonna be rocking with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Banks, peace, family. Poi, my guy. Hey, appreciate you, man. AJ, shout out to everybody boxing now. CJ, Uncle Rick, my guy. Shadow Band, Mr. Empire. Much love to everybody in the building. Peace to the queens and even the voyeurs, as y'all say, the ones that don't type, that just listen and hit that like button. We appreciate y'all, man. Much love, man. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this Good Friday. And I'll see y'all tomorrow to build on some boxing, man. Peace to the fans.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see him jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, his channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
Yeah, bring your ass over here. I got a lot to say.
We're going to conduct this professionally, or we're not going to have an interview. You make the decision. What did you think about the fight?
I beat him. Everybody out there know I beat him. Everybody out there know I beat him. I controlled the fight. He was missing. I hit him clean more times. I beat him.